Hello and welcome to Toku Cafe Podcast.
It's morphin' time!
Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-toothed tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Power Rangers!
Yay!
Yeah.
Perfect,
I
we
kind of
did
missed
it.
this cue there, but
Happy.
you know what? It worked out well.
We are recording this on National Power Rangers Day, but we're not here to talk about Power Rangers. We're here to talk about the end of an era.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you all might know by now, the final series in the Heisei generation is now over. And we're gonna talk about that. And talk about some spoilery stuff, so spoiler warning. Just getting that out of the way now. We are talking about spoilers today.
You
Major
need to go watch
and
all
spoilers.
49 episodes of Geo before watching this.
Yes,
Exactly.
and the movie, preferably whenever it's out on the internet.
You can,
Also, Heisei Generation Forever.
you can technically watch all of Zio in a day. It takes like 18 hours, I checked. 18 and a half
You
hours.
also need to watch Rider Time Shinobi.
And,
Not for story reasons, just because Shinobi's kind of awesome.
Okay.
And Superhero Wars, just because that's also a good crossover movie.
Okay,
gosh, you
but
guys are
we
just
will-
emphasizing all of Toei.
Okay, but we will also be talking about, the beginning and what we liked about the generation, maybe some stuff we don't like too, and then hope for the new Reiwa era. This is going to be a murderous time for me because of my speech impediment. Reiwa. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But
Yes,
yeah.
you are, arguably.
Let's begin with a little bit of talk about Geo. Now, one of our friends is not going to be joining us, but he will be joining us in the later half because he hasn't at least seen it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll-
so he's
I'll-
just going to be
parts.
deafened and muted for this bit of the podcast. So, say goodbye to Aka. Ah, fuck, wait, we didn't do introductions. Introductions! Ah, crap, I started talking. Ah, damn it.
Well, that's the viewer's fault for not reading up on the lore beforehand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
No, we've had
Tell them
Uh,
to read the wiki.
I
Let's just
I
create
am
a
here
Toku
with
Cafe
some of my good friends. Lupin,
Hi.
Aka,
Hello.
Falcon,
Hi.
Star,
Konnichiwa.
We
Weep,
It's
and Waifu.
it's
Hi, I'm gay.
it's the evening now.
We keep
it's
her
on-
around so that
we need to have like a token female character.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm the token lesbian of the group.
Yeah.
They keep me around so
We
they
all
can't be
need
called homophobic.
one.
We're recording this in the evening. It's konbanwa.
It's
No, it's like 2 in the morning.
No,
So
don't
you
worry,
and
it's
you
the
time
afternoon.
zones.
Stony Freak.
the majority of us are recording this in the afternoon or in the evening.
Almost 8 o'clock for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
same.
Konbanwa. Good evening.
so
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Learning. All right.
Konbanwa, my lord.
Lupin's probably learning Japanese to talk to a girl that he likes, and then only to find out that she's Korean.
You act like you know me. You act like
Oh
you know me.
god. Okay, so anyway, Aka has seen the ending, so he's gonna be muted and deafened so that he doesn't hear spoilers.
We're shoving him off in that same pocket dimension we put Evel in.
By the way, Gates is
Good
Sogo's
luck.
father.
That makes it a bit awkward,
That'd be a
Oh,
weird
okay.
plot twist.
wouldn't it though?
Yeah,
It
especially
would.
since his dad is dead.
Right.
But so we
Why
saw.
didn't-
was actually
I-
Ura this whole time.
Wait, theory: Gates is Sogo's dad. Evidence: they are both dead.
Wait,
I'm not counting that as a spoiler. That was in like the
Tsukuyomi is
next time
Sogo's
on
mom.
thing.
Evidence they're both dead and have a vagina.
Wait, they do?
Wait, how do you know? Have you seen it?
Actually, no. Evidence. Sogo's mom is a female Kamen Rider. Evidence she's dead and has a
No,
vagina.
no, no. Okay, mute
It
yourself,
wasn't a lot,
Aka.
it was a lot.
Yeah, get out of here before you get more spoiled.
Okay.
Save yourself.
Like the fact that Waz gives Omagio a gentle handy.
You're so joking too, wasn't
It
That's
is,
only
it is written
happened.
in this. It is written in this book, 50 Shades of Waz.
Oh no.
50 Shades of Waz.
There's no
Was
proof
it?
Only
that hasn't
one
happened.
page remaining.
It's full of hot, steamy action.
Wait, 50 Shades of...
Action!
Was just one day.
Oh,
pulls
he
out the
just
comic
have
book show.
disconnected. Okay.
Yeah, he just left.
That's
I
one way
remember
to do
him
it.
to
One way to do
definitely
it,
mute
folks.
himself. I guess this works too. Okay. So the ending of Geo.
What
Where
a-
do we
stupid.
even
What a
fucking
show.
begin?
Yeah, let's start with how fucking underutilized Tsukuyomi
Well, if you
was as
if
a
you don't want
Kamen
to be
Rider.
spoiled, it's best to begin at. But
So-
for the
Sorry.
Where do we
I think
begin, guys?
I think it's hilarious that Tsukuyomi actually died once before becoming a rider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually really wow. Not only that, that was like the one time Sogo used that whole time reversal power that they keep forgetting he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I forgot he had. That probably could
Yeah,
have
Wait,
been.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah,
that
I
everybody forgot he had.
Yeah, because he never used it.
Exactly.
I think the writers realized that made him too OP, but I'm over here like, dude, come on, like,
Oh, Miharu just got murdered? Ah, fuck that guy.
right, like, yeah.
He's not a Geo rider.
I'll
I'm like
just to have him die.
they
This
wrote him with
this
that.
murderous woman that I had a crush on died. I mean,
Hmm.
I could reverse time, but why would I do that?
They wrote him with those kinds of powers. They gotta live with the consequences.
I mean, okay, first of
Right.
all, another Kiva was a bitch, and she deserved to die. But
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you.
But I mean that's what you gotta expect with an extra ass rider like Kiva.
Yeah.
not only that, she actually was the murderer. She was just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, but the
can I just say
manhole
the
covers
Kiva
were awesome.
tribute was kind of bad?
No,
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, the
the
only
Kiva
act-
tribute was
they didn't really
fucking
give a shit
perfect.
about it.
Yeah, because like
Kiva
me, as
tribute
someone
was
who has
perfect
never
for
watched
the,
Kiva, I don't even know if Kiva was in it.
he wasn't.
He
no.
was not. The only got for Kiva, I think, was the guy that played the Guru
Garo.
arms monster. Yeah.
Garo's actor was there.
Yeah.
Wolf.
As well as the other two monsters, which like never spoke. And
Oh no, Doga and Basha
yeah.
never did speak.
No, Doga and Basha were there, but it was like hard to tell if that was even the real them or not. Like you could it's almost like made to think like maybe those three monsters are like just like created by the another Kiva powers or something, but like that's
Yeah.
clearly the real Garu, so it's probably the real them too. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's
how
really
did-
odd the
how
way
did-
the another
how-
rider
how
powers
did they
work.
get into this, you know?
Also,
Yeah.
who was that guy that gave Sogo the Kiva watch?
Guy, who?
That was Garuru.
Yeah.
That was Garuru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't look like a
Okay,
werewolf.
guys.
But to be fair, I don't know
Now,
anything
okay,
about
to
Kiva.
talk about the finale though.
Yeah.
Finally, we
Finally
Finally
time.
yes. So like honestly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Geo as a whole. But to me, Geo is kind of enjoyable in the same way that I find Mighty Morphin Power Rangers enjoyable. If you don't think about it too hard and you just sit there with a thing of popcorn in your lap, you're gonna have a really
Yeah.
good time. But once you start looking at the plot and the characters and the details, you're gonna notice holes, but it's forgivable because there's monsters blowing up.
I
so
mean, here's the other thing too. It's a time travel show. Of course,
is.
it's gonna be holes. That's one
Yeah,
of the major things about writing a time travel story. Is that
Right.
of course there's gonna be holes, and especially with the whole like Kamen Rider verse being so separate and so like different from each other. Like,
Yeah.
of course, there's gonna be some like things that don't quite make that much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I did enjoy the fact that we did get to see Grand Geo again
Yeah,
before Sogo
that
takes
was
on his Oma powers, but
that was awesome.
and we did get to hear the full jingle again, which was nice.
Mhm.
And I like how Omageo I like how they imply that the powers of Omageo was birthed from the death of Gates.
But to say, I bet you we wouldn't have done that if Tsukuyomi just died again. Oh wait,
No.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. See, Try- I'm trying to think. Yes. I mean, the whole series of Kamen Rider isn't meant to be taken too seriously. Like it's not meant to be thought about too hard. Like especially not since Decade, where it's implied every Rider season happens in like its own world, but it's not because of all the crossovers, but they do happen individually
yeah,
in
I
their own
think like
timelines, and it's weird.
I
Don't
think one of
think
the
about it.
same theories applies to Super Sentai because like
Oh
okay,
yeah.
I think yeah, because like I
Yeah.
think the general consensus with the one that most people tie is that every season exists within its own world, but there's like a universe where they all exist. That's just like the crossover universe, and that just happens to be and I think that's
Yeah.
like the universe that I could buy that. Like I could believe it's like okay, every series takes place in its own. You got crossover world where everything exists
Yeah.
at the same time, and then that's where like everything post Gokaiger except for Q Ranger takes place, and like that's
Yeah,
it.
there is like one exception to that. One movie completely like shatters or sorry one not shatters. One movie like completely deviates from that. It's the Drive versus Ninja movie. That not to spoil it, but come on, it's Drive versus Ninja. Don't worry about it.
The only good part
Um,
is the drive part.
yeah, no, it's
Hey, I liked
ba- ba-
Ninja.
Of
Like
course
the
you
5
did.
episodes of it that I've seen.
basically basically the fox chick not I'm looking up her name right now.
Q,
Kyuamon.
Madam Odious from Ninja Steel.
Mr. Odious.
I respect Madam Odious more, honestly.
I honestly
Madam
do as well.
I don't.
Mostly because she wasn't a dude. Because
Yeah.
like, do you remember that in the original they revealed that that's actually a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
he's a
like-
guy.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's
that
voiced
was
by
a
a
weird
woman voice
decision.
actor for no really reason.
Anyway, anyway, in Drive versus Ninja, Kyuamon sends the ninjas to the world of the Kamen Riders. It implies that Kamen Riders and Super Sentai already exist in different dimensions, and like the story is the ninjas have to get back to their own world. It's weird.
I mean,
It
the same
completely
thing does happen
shatters
in
the
Decade though, because like Decade visited, because like see the thing with the Decade crossover was that when he visited Shinkenger, because it was like the Shinkenger world was like named 3 different things. It's either the world of Shinkenger, the world of Super Sentai, or just the world with no Kamen Riders. And like it's kind of weird. Like you could call it either, and it's technically not.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would probably just call it the world of Shinkenger because Shinkenger is like the only Sentai we see there. But technically, I guess like the thing with Kamen Rider is that I could have believed like everything is in one single timeline except for Build. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because here's the thing. What about Kabuto?
what about Kabuto?
I still haven't seen Kabuto, so.
I know
I
there's a
haven't
bunch of
either,
time travel
but from what
bullshit
I
in
picked
Kabuto.
up,
I mean, like the only thing I know about Kabuto, like time travel wise, is like Godspeed Love, and like I haven't seen it, but from what I heard of it, it's like pretty fucky as far as like time travel is concerned.
oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Fucky.
well,
Kabuto and Gattack have a sex scene.
It's not that kind of fucky. Wait a minute.
You know, I'm not gonna doubt that.
calm
Knowing
down.
how weird that season is.
Now, okay, so now I do find it a bit weird. First of all, Gates gets killed, and it doesn't even. Gates dies, and he gets his dramatic last words in, and it's really sad, and you're just waiting for Sogo to kiss him, and
I know, right?
I mean,
Sogo
honestly, yeah.
you're waiting for Sogo to kiss him while Waz jealously looks in the back. It doesn't happen. but
More
you
than
want it to.
roommates.
And
Oh, also, hold on, can I bring up another thing about a character dying real quick? This
Yeah.
isn't technically the finale, but like I like how they brought Chase back for no reason other than for him to die a second time.
I mean, the same thing
That
happened in
literally
Eternal, so.
made me cry. Why did you do that? You brought up, even bring up the fact that
Plus-
freaking Mark is trying to bring him back. Why?
Not only that, you
Plus-
also reveal
plus-
the fact that brought back White Waz to give him like a mini redemption arc before he killed him off again too. So
Yeah.
I mean, the
Th-
White Watch thing I can understand because he's just trying to help his. he's just
Wagaku
trying to-
Seishu, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot he
and he was
doesn't
like- he
use
was like-
Wagamo, he used. Yeah. But he's just
And-
trying to help out Gates, which is the
And-
ultimate
yeah.
bro move, in my opinion. It's like,
I mean, I
yeah, I
yeah,
know
yeah.
this isn't what I
I thi-
want, but it's
think-
what my master wants. So
I think it's completely understandable they killed him off since he was just a pawn.
He was going to die
Schwartz's
anyway.
plan for that episode.
Yeah.
You know, he just brought back just to serve a plan. He's like, fuck that, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
help the other guys.
Now it was
They-
really nice to see Swartz finally get what he deserved. Cause like
yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody wanted Swartz dead from like the moment we caught him being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Like,
from the moment
the
he
most
killed my
jarring
waifu.
thing, the most jarring thing to me about Schwartz is that, do you guys remember the .5 he was in? Like, near the beginning?
Yes.
yeah, where
It was
him
goddamn
and Waz,
hilarious.
yeah.
He made me laugh so hard. And I'm
The
like,
toy sales coming after the Christmas rush, baby. Come on, pay me.
and then just the
Uh.
fact of, oh god, I hate that guy. That guy's the worst. And I look back on it, it's just kind of like what the hell is going on?
It is so like another decade being the final villain. Like I called it because like I knew they were gonna make it another decade.
I know
but the
another
thing is-
decade was gonna appear. I just didn't expect that to be like the final.
I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, a different position as a common rider than do because he protects
Yeah.
multiple worlds, not just one, like every other common rider. But
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
then-
but I was
and then
just
He also
saying,
destroys
I,
worlds.
Another DK destroying all worlds. That makes sense, actually.
that was
I was kind of like half expecting the final boss to just be like, and Swartz turning into an original monster. I guess I don't know, but that probably would not have made much sense.
Another shocker.
another.
Actually, that
Shadow
would have been
Moon.
cool. Or another
Star
Ichigo.
Hitler.
another
That does
die
remember, we
shocker.
did have like that. I just remember there was one. Hold on a second. Common Riders CEO. There was one original monster in this in the whole series, and like no one
Kashin.
remembers him. It was like half.
Kashin.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
It-
Omagio's
it-
little drone.
Yeah. Almost like like a little guard.
Yeah,
guy.
Kashin.
In-
But
yeah, Kashin in the Decade arc. And he just
yeah,
he was there for a two-parter and then disappeared and no one remembers him. Or he got defeated, yes, but he
to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure I think Overcourt's revealed there's multiple Kashins. Or maybe I was
maybe.
looking at something else.
if the writers remember that guy at all. Yeah.
Now the thing is, okay, so basically, what I'm under the impression of, so it's like, okay, so Sogo in another decade they're fighting, and of course he summons, of course he reveals that he can summon not only Dark Riders, but that he can summon different monsters, and he summons up a bunch of final bosses. Series.
Also,
in
wait,
Dagu
hold on.
Zeba.
Oh wait, sorry, continue. I do want to bring up a point.
Yeah. In Dagu Zeba and Evol and Game Deus, who isn't even really the final boss of Exed, but I guess Cronus's Zawaldo is too much. So, and of course the fight's going on, and then Grangio gets, first of all, he summons Gaim and Pine Arms. We've already harped on that enough. Koda's apparently just suicidal.
Yeah, of course he's suicidal. He's a god that can't go
Yeah.
back to Earth.
Spoilers.
But then we get then of course we get Grangio gets beat up, and then like right before Swartz is able to land the killing blow, Gates takes it like a G and dies and whatever, and so then of course Sogo assumes the power of Omagio, and apparently Omagio is powered by Gay.
call it this way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be fair, Sogo's watched like 3 of his boyfriends die throughout the series.
I mean, you're not wrong. Sogo has an awful track record with relationships.
Yeah, like Aura, the Kamen Rider Aqua, Gates, all of them died right
So
in
yeah,
front of his
after
eyes.
having his heart broken, of course, then Sogo assumes Omagio, and in a very cool transformation sequence, which I will admit was very badass. The Omagio transformation sequence.
Oh yeah, that was
With the
awesome.
magma. Though all I could think of in the back, my magma is swelling.
Yeah, just fucking Banjo Ryuga in the background, like, that's my son.
Yeah, now the scene where he summons all the Ride Watchers and like attaches them to himself, and it's like, you think you can absorb my power? All the powers of the Kamen Riders are my power. And it's like, oh fuck. Like,
And they made the Kamen Rider Necrom watch canon.
Damn it.
yeah. I would have loved to see him. I would have like seeing him just body all the monsters that he summons like so easily was really cool. Though I do wish we actually got to see some of that, like, the power of like All Might. Like, it would have been cool to see him like maybe
Power of All Might.
yeah, if we got to see him use like some of the writers' individual powers, like say like he's able to use like fuck, I'm trying to think. Why did I forget what Kamen Riders
Ultra
can do?
Club.
Yeah,
Nuke kick Kuga.
yeah, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was.
And
Okay. Can I
yeah.
just bring up something really quick?
Mhm.
You know how he summoned G4X, right?
Yeah.
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 Does that mean does that mean G4X has a dead body in it?
Fuck.
Because that's the whole point of G4X. He kills whoever is inside of him and literally puppets himself around.
I mean, yeah, probably.
God, the G4X movie is gonna be crazy when I finally watch that.
It is.
Yeah,
It really is. It's a treat. They go to
I'm
Wendy's.
still watching through Agito right now.
They go to Wendy's
Really hard
in
to
the
believe
G
that, like,
movie.
all those riders in their final forms couldn't take on. Like, it's like, really? They couldn't.
Yeah, all those final forms and Gaim
They got
Pine
bodied,
Arms.
and I'm like, are you
Pine
serious?
Arms failed.
Pine Arms, but Pine Arms is Gaim's strongest form. So
Exactly. Like fucking Kachidoki arms, Kiwami arms. Fuck that shit. It's all
Yeah.
Pine Arms.
exactly, it would have been better if you at least summoned him in Jimba Arms. I mean, God sakes, Sogo.
Yeah.
No, better yet. Oh, wait, that
Ichigo
I just
arms.
thought so. Actually, I thought something really funny about that. Who do you think would win in a fight? Kamen Rider Ichigo, Tokyo Ichigo, Gaim Ichigo arms, or Kamen Rider 01?
I don't
0
know. I
1
haven't
because he has
seen 01.
power.
Yeah.
0 1 is the Batman of Kamen Rider. He's got the money, probably a tragic backstory.
I mean, yeah, that's your part for the course for Kamen Riders.
Probably held his
Well,
dead
yeah.
mother's
Name
breast
one
before he
Kamen Rider who doesn't have a tragic backstory.
Forze?
I
I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
Forze
we never really
does.
had Forze.
Forze's parents got killed.
Oh yeah,
dude,
they did.
spoilers.
That's par for the
yeah,
course.
he's living with his
Oh,
grandpa.
fuck.
Yeah, I forgot.
Who hasn't watched Forze?
He's a Kamen
Me.
Rider. They all have dead parents.
I watched
Yeah,
that.
fair enough.
I watched that 3 years ago. I forgot.
I forgot too, but like honestly, I can't even be. But it's Kamen Rider. They all have dead parents.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Philip doesn't have dead parents, but like,
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
but
They
like,
are. Yeah.
But they were dicks to him.
I mean, but Shroud was. Oh well,
Exactly.
Shroud wasn't a dick. She was just in a bad.
Hey, and don't
She
you
was
dare knock
antisocial,
Cat.
that's
Cat is just a poor innocent pawn.
What's it? What was his cat's
Miko.
name? Mickey? No,
Miko.
Nico.
No. If my internet was quicker, let me see. Dope.
It's Miko.
But so I did feel that the finale was okay. I will admit the one thing I will give this finale, it was rushed. Like I will
yeah,
admit,
very.
very dense a lot. Like they were trying to resolve the whole Tsukuyomi betraying Wazin, the whole apocalypse thing.
Yeah, that was rushed.
They took they took Waz, Dean, and Decade out of the story really easily.
The cat's name was Mick.
Mick, yeah,
Mick.
yeah, I knew it.
Has the Smilodon dopant.
Yes.
Also,
Continue.
with how much they tried to clear up a bunch of stuff in the finale, they still left one pretty blaring plot hole in that the Drive Ride Watch was never created.
No, it's
Oh
in
no, it was in
Overcourt.
Overcourt in the movie. That's where they got the watch. That's how Sogo can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He got
damn.
it. He got it from Krim Steinbelt. But
Sogo's parents are still dead.
I was gonna say
Oh, yeah,
they
I was
missed
about to
a
say, it's like-
perfect opportunity.
Sogo uses his Oma powers to separate the worlds again, to put everything back in its proper timeline and give up his future's Oma Geo. But forget him bringing back his parents, or at least as far as we know, bringing back his parents. Because all we see him at the end, and Tsukuyomi and Aura and and they're going onto high school.
He kind of ripped Gates, Aura, and from their time and brought him into this time.
Yeah.
And Tsukuyomi
Yeah, and
from
I
her.
wondering why
Tsukuyomi,
the
that one
fuck he
doesn't-
Yeah, I
resurrected.
accept that. That's
I can understand.
Yeah.
I can understand resurrecting because at least he had like
Also-
some development with him. But why
Also,
Aura?
did you guys hear? Schwartz is actually in the new timeline.
No.
Yeah, he's apparently a school teacher.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
What?
who's the school
That's
teacher?
the thing.
Swartz.
Oh yeah, Swartz
The
is the
fuck?
teacher. Yeah, I saw the trailer for Gates Majesty. Yeah.
Nani the fuck?
Yeah, he's just that.
Is he
a
no
school
longer
teacher.
Tsukuyomi's brother then, or is this just a really awkward
You
situation?
don't know.
I can just imagine like he walks into class, he's like, "Today, students, I'm going to be teaching you how to betray your little sister."
And
And
now,
Tsukuyomi's just there
And
like,
then you
"Wait,
have
what?"
Hakugawa Hiryu being really salty in the corner.
yeah. Now I find it really interesting.
He teaches history.
Another Geo, Kakagawa
Oh
Hiryu.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what happened to him? We never got resolution with
Or as
him.
I like to call him, Kakagawa Hiryu, because he's a cuck. All right, like he's a total cuck.
He's a Kamen Rider cuck.
Yeah.
He's saltier than the Dead Sea.
Because he's
Okay.
like, you killed my parents, and I'm over here like, dude, everybody in this dimension probably dead.
Okay,
You were on the
It's a
fucking
common
bus.
rider.
Dude,
Okay,
Sogo's
but-
parents also died. Fucking grow a pair, you
I know,
bitch.
right? It's like, get over yourself.
Okay, but here's my say for what you said about the whole Gio not bringing back his parents thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's just the fact of somebody being like, a limit on his power, like he can't change like stuff that has like happened before he got the belt. Is I think what I think that's what
he
I
ripped
assume.
and Aura out of time because they're not from
2018.
Yeah, but
2018.
that's
We
happening
don't know
in the
where they're
future.
from.
We don't know where they're from. They just said that they got ripped out of their time. We don't even know when that is. Swartz just grabbed two random kids and took them on. He's like the worst version of the Doctor. And
Yeah.
What?
Okay, guys.
Yeah, why don't we know their tragic backstories?
Hey guys, should we just do a quick fire on what we think about the ending and the other
totally.
clip?
Yeah, let's go one by one and give our quick thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was good. I liked how it ended. I thought that was a neat way to wrap it all up with a bow. I like the idea of shoving all the worlds into one world. I thought that was really clever. And plus all the fan service, all of it, just give it to me.
They really brought out every suit they had is practically like to throw it out in that special. Yeah.
It was really great. I really enjoyed the season, and I like the finale. I think it's interesting that Gates got like a whole dying scene, and then Tsukuyomi was just smashed into a wall.
Yeah, we don't even know if she actually died, is the thing.
I
Yeah, no,
assume
she
did.
actually died. She exploded and didn't come out.
Well, this is Kamen Rider. People survive explosions all the time.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean,
kinda
but yeah,
feel that-
females don't though.
I kind of feel like Gates' death would have been like a bit more sad or a bit more powerful if he had like flipped to Goretsu right before he stopped.
I like Heisei though. That was actually pretty cool. What they did
No,
for
yeah,
when
but
he,
they could have
yeah,
done the same thing with Goretsu because it's supposed to be like a stronger form.
yeah. Okay. My thoughts. The ending was rushed. It was sloppy, but it was satisfying, much like sex with me. And so
Lies.
you be
Allegedly.
quiet.
Trust me, I would
Falsehood.
know.
You trust? No, you would not. But okay. But
Listen,
ultimately,
you don't know what happens while you're asleep.
Oh my god. Stop.
I thought
So is that why
Let's
you're
just
Okay.
cut this out.
but
Keep going.
ultimately,
Yeah, just
I
'cause he's
did
black
enjoy
doesn't mean
it.
anything.
I do think that Sogo doing what he did as Omagio made sense in a way. Though the fact that Decade and there and watch the shit happen, like just was kind of funny to me. Ultimately, it was a bittersweet ending to the Heisei era, and I am gonna miss some of the characters. So
My thoughts. Uh, my thoughts on the season overall are kind of like my thoughts on Xaid, in which the season overall I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I liked the characters. I liked the villains, but the ending was terrible. Although with Geo, it's kind of the opposite of Xaid's ending, in which Xaid's ending just lasted too long. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Geo's ending didn't last long enough, I feel.
Yeah. I definitely
Yeah,
get that.
you have a good point.
you do have a
Like
good point.
if they had actually gone for like 50 episodes, I think it might have been a bit better if they actually, gave more time to some of those things.
No, we need to pump out the new toys now. Stat.
yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Overall, I didn't hate it. I had a fun time. A lot of the tribute episodes were really good. I got to see Takuro again, and you know what? I will always love that. And yeah, overall solid 7 out of 10.
Okay. And let me just sum back my friend. Our friend.
Oh, mine. Me.
Oh wait,
Yeah, we
shit.
just
Okay.
forgot about Lupin.
Go.
No,
I
Lupin, you don't get to
accidentally.
give yours because of how you fucked up the beginning.
Oh, I thought Lupin gave his thoughts because like
Yeah,
Falcon went next.
yeah, we thought we did.
I just added to it. I haven't actually said what I thought about the season
Oh
yet.
well then.
Story of
Oh
my
no!
life.
Stop!
Oh shit.
Be gone,
We
thought.
messed up. We messed up. Just give us a couple of seconds. Just stuffing yourself.
Story of my life.
Can't one of you
Thought
move it?
detected!
Sorry, Akka, we summoned you prematurely.
We
Go back.
prematurely summoned Satan.
Aka,
Okay.
just mute, just stuffing yourself. Because we still need to have like one little chat about the ending.
They forgot me.
We
You
did.
forgot yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, just stuffing yourself. Believe me, you can come back soon.
Okay, I'm gonna deafen myself, but that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Alright, now let's all talk bad about Akka.
All right, Lupin, come on.
What's
Okay.
there to talk bad about him, honestly?
He's too red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
So Lupin.
Anyway, I liked it as just kind of generally, just as a show you don't have to think too hard about, just good action. I thought when I I do dislike that they didn't have every primary writer form on screen, but the moments they did have them were really cool. Um, I thought the finale was fine. Pretty good, big epic battle, and they definitely did not disappoint with the Oma Zio transformation. I thought that was phenomenal. I was like kind of expecting the final boss to actually I, I'm almost a little um disappointed. It was just another decade for the final boss and not like another decayed complete form, he would have like reached. He could have like reached a complete form or something. I thought that would have been interesting. Um,
Mm.
but what we got, I think, was fine. Um, and yeah, I think a worthy enough tribute to cap off all the shit that's happened for the past um 18 and a half years. Good God. That's it. Keep you can go now.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Heisei era.
Yep.
You will be missed.
Well, just like any good memorial service, we're gonna go around and talk about some of our favorite, some of our least favorite. Stuff
Oh,
about that.
get Aka back.
I already did. I typed okay in his DMs, and he should be coming back soon.
DMs, huh?
Yeah. I
Sliding.
slid in. Okay. So wait, why isn't he back yet? Come on.
He seems to be work.
He both muted and deafened himself.
Yeah, I know, but I'm typing in his DMs.
He's probably looking at some. He's probably looking at some Momo Ranger lewds.
That was a
Not
fine.
He's probably
disappointed,
more of a
just
keyring
surprised.
kind of guy.
That is a fine ass suit. I'll tell you what.
I mean, hey, we could come on.
Yeah.
No, he's looking at
Okay,
lewds with
while we
baseball
wait
masks.
for Aka to come back, we're gonna start off with our favorite main writer to start off with. Favorite main writer, not the show, not the story, just favorite main writer.
Okay. Who are we gonna
Okay.
start with? Are we gonna start in order with Lupin?
Yeah, let's
So
start
don't
with
forget
Lupin.
him.
Alright then. That's really hard to say. I keep like going back and forth on who I really like. It's like it's gotta be like I don't fuck if I know, man. I think that's like three F words used. That might be our three go passes. Um, gotta be like somewhere between like um O's, Forze, um, and Zo probably. Like somewhere between those three. Who knows? I'm a terribly indecisive kind of person, but
That's fine.
between those three.
That's why he's not a good thief.
Yep.
He can never figure out what the hell to steal.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Aka,
That's why your
since you...
brother's dead.
Oh shit.
My brother is alive and well. Thank you.
Not for long.
And he's
Go
another
fucking touch my
Lutheran
brother.
Ranger. Fuck you. Okay. Aka, since you are late, we're going around telling about like who's our favorite ranger. Ranger. God damn it.
Rider.
Who's our favorite rider?
Ranger, what?
Just main rider.
Ranger from Sentai or Power Rangers?
No,
He
not
messed up.
rider. Range.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, not ranger either.
No, we're talking about
Rider.
Kamen Riders. Even though it's Power
It's-
Ranger Day, we're talking about Kamen
a-
Rider, man.
It's a Freudian slip, you know.
You're
Yeah.
a
Power
Freudian
Rangers.
slip.
Your
So,
mother.
anyway,
Okay, so who is your favorite rider, Aka?
That's a tough one. Anything would be either double or O's. I like the teamwork that Shotaro and Philip had as common double, but I thought O's was pretty fun, and it's a tough choice between those two.
Yeah.
All right.
I think my favorite is probably Forze, with like AG as a close second. But yeah, Forze is my favorite. He's so wholesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really is.
yeah.
He who is tired of Forze is
yeah.
tired of light.
Just to get it out of the way, My favorite is the same exact as Falcons. I love me some Force.
Everyone loves
AG
Forza.
is a close second. Of course we do. We're not monsters.
Force's actor is excellent.
I have a
Yeah.
friend from another server, and she doesn't even watch Kamen Rider, but she absolutely fucking loves Gentaro.
Yeah, that's just his power. He just does
Yeah,
that.
he has the power to make everyone love him,
And
Power
everybody.
of friendship.
including Jake.
It is a good power. Great Power Ranger.
Okay,
Yeah,
Star.
Okay, so everybody else is pretty indecisive, but I know that my favorite is Build Sento Kiryu, and by far the reason I love Sento so much is
I thought it would have been Was, honestly.
No, we're talking about Maine.
yeah. Oh no, I love Was too, but like I love Build as like a character anyway. I like Sento, to put it bluntly, because I just like the idea that I like how he's so smug. I like how he's so like full of himself as a hero. But I also like how he's still got a lot of those heroic traits. He doesn't like to kill. He's very compassionate. He's also quick to get angry, and I mean I just love him all around as a character. I love how he much like Edgy is working to redeem himself from past sins that he's committed, and there's something about that I really appreciate. Uh, and I like the fact that he made his final form only work if he himself maintains like a heroic attitude. Like genius does not work unless Sento is being a hero, and so I just like that.
Mhm.
That's pretty good choice.
Yeah.
I respect your choice, Star.
Thank you.
Alright, is it my turn?
It
Yep.
is.
Okay, so like real quick, I want to say while all you guys are talking, I was considering my answer, and I thought I had it like locked down to a certain common writer. Then I realized we were only talking about the main writers, and then that entire plan crumbled.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert: I was talking about Necrom. But I think my secondary answer to that, which is it's a pretty interesting answer if you think about how all of you picked Neo Heisei era writers. Uh, but I think my favorite main writer is Yusuke Godai.
Hmm.
Kuga. Okay.
Yeah,
Kuga.
like
Nice.
recently I just watched through all 50 episodes of Kuga, and
What a slog,
like
you know?
I mean,
God,
I honestly,
I fucking loved him.
from the one thing I understand about Kuga is that it's a cop drama with Kamen Rider in it. Just
It's a what?
Yes.
it's a cop drama with that just Rider in it. Like
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it basically is, but like, I'll be damned if Yusuke Godai isn't like the best character I've ever seen in the Kamen Rider show.
Shame
He's
Odagiri
just-
Joe is a cunt.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
like seriously, there's not like a single like episode where he isn't just super optimistic, and I absolutely love that.
That,
yeah, I can
him-
understand
that's what I'm currently loving about watching Hibiki. Because
Like,
Hibiki is just so damn nice. Like, he's the nicest guy.
like
Yeah.
I think like AG, Gentaro, and Godai should like just make a trio of like the people who no one hates,
Yeah.
because God, I love him so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that seems
it's-
about right.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
And they fight against their mortal nemesis of Takaru, the one that everyone hates.
okay. This one's gonna be uh favorite secondary, tertiary, and or just other writer. Not counting villain writer. That's gonna be another.
yeah. Okay, I guess we're going in same order, right?
Yeah.
How-
Well,
how
technically,
for it?
I didn't go last time. I went directly after Falcon, so I'll just go and
Okay.
say that I like Beast.
Yeah.
Mr.
Beast-
Mayonnaise.
Beast is one of my favorite characters in that series because he managed to save the show for me. Just period. I
Wizard?
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like how Wizard was just mopey all the time. Like it's like he had like no energy. Like he gave off no emotion. So just putting him next to the ball of like contrasting emotion and energy just like saved the show for me. It turned it into like a funny cop drama with
What?
like, one being, the happy-go-lucky kind of, yeah, let's go eat some demons, and the other one's like, no, take this seriously, please.
Wait, wasn't
The-
Beast that bald guy from Kamen Rider Geo?
Um,
I
Yeah,
mean,
he
yes,
was.
but
Did he? I would say he had a hat on in Geo.
yeah,
Yeah,
Was he
I
bald?
had
he's
that
also
in
bald.
Geo, but
We got his powers back for a second, and then
Yeah, and then he also had he just kept the
Watch.
Beast ride watch with him.
yeah, because Gates didn't. Because I wouldn't give Gates my powers either.
yeah.
So,
But
so like,
anyway,
Sounds good.
I just love that man. He saved an entire show for me from being unwatchable to fucking enjoyable. So, he's one of my favorites. So,
Okay.
Lupin.
let's see. Um, kind of a hard decision. Again, I also realized originally I didn't actually explain why I liked O's Forze and Zio. I was actually thinking more of like a powers
Oh,
standpoint.
okay.
I do really like I do really like all the weapons and like power types they have and um I mean, yes, those are also three definitely very good characters too. But yeah, I guess I, I guess um, I guess I was thinking, but yeah, from a character standpoint, they're good too. But mostly from a power standpoint, I love those three the most. But anyway, on to secondary writers. It's or sorry, not just.
Whoa. Oh,
Oh,
hey.
Who just blinked out of existence?
That was
Lupin.
Lupin.
It's been doing that for some reason. Oh,
It's fine. You're back. You're
there,
back.
I guess for a point, I guess you didn't hear anything from me. That's why. Um.
It doesn't
Okay. Sorry.
want us to know.
God himself doesn't want Lupin to talk.
You're not
Yeah.
supposed to know about.
My entire campus's like Wi-Fi has been on the blink recently. So
Oof.
whatever. I don't even know. A favorite other writer, honestly.
It's fine if you can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't think of one right now. Go around the circle again and come back to me later.
Okay. Aka.
So probably Baron because he's
Yeah.
probably like one of the best characters in Gaim besides Zangetsu
yes.
himself, but like he helped make the show more interesting than it would have been if he wasn't there. If that makes any
Yes.
sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I understand what
his
you mean.
favorite banana.
Yeah, because Baron offers a really Dakota, like character-wise.
Yeah.
I kind of relate to Baron though, it's on a level, spiritual level, because he's kind of like how I actually am in real life.
You two want to take over the world?
Perhaps.
Oh
Aka,
boy.
you fiend.
Okay, well then.
So
Falcon.
is it my okay? Uh, I mean, there's like a lot of great secondary writers. I really like Meteor and what's his name, Beast. But I really liked Brave, unlike everyone else.
Oh, Brave was good.
I didn't like
Brave was
Brave.
great. I like
Yeah,
Brave.
yeah,
And yeah, I just really like Brave. His powers are
That's all
neat.
you got to say.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Star.
Okay, I must warn you, I am fairly certain that Zeronos is not on my list. Just kidding. But Secondary wise, from the writers that I have seen, and I would just like to state for everybody listening to this podcast that I am of Sentai than I am of Kamen Rider, and that I only got into Kamen Rider because I got into Sentai, and I'm only into Sentai because I watch Power Rangers. But that's neither here nor there. Now I do have to say, like, other really like Takatora from Gaim. Like, he was probably one of like my favorite writer from Gaim. Like, I like Koda. Like, Koda's a really good writer. He was really good in his show. But Takatora for me was really kind of really good character because he was really tragic in the fact that he was willing to make such a hard choice, like to sacrifice half of humanity for Helheim. But then when he realized that he
6/7 of humanity.
6/7 of humanity. Oh shit! I thought it was
Yeah,
my bad. He
no,
was willing to sacrifice for Project Arc, and the fact that you realize that you knew he didn't want to, but then it was the fact that everybody betrayed him, everybody, and that he just had a difficult existence, but that he was never like that he never he never wanted to be a villain. He never that was never in his goals, and so I valued him for that. And I also valued him for making it out alive somehow. Like, despite the fact how much the show wanted to shit on him, he somehow did not die. So grateful. I also really enjoyed. I don't really know too much about early Heisei. I have yet to watch like a majority of that. But I would also probably have to say, I enjoyed Spectre and I enjoyed Necrom from Ghost. I feel like the show would have been so much better off if Spectre was just the main writer and Necrom was his secondary.
Yeah.
But
How dare you? How dare you insult Tucker?
I dare pretty easily. So
You want to fight?
I mean, what's Toku going to do? Just die again?
Die. So die. He's gonna cry himself to death. And
No,
I
that's
also
his power. He can't die.
And of course, I also really enjoyed Waz. Specifically, of course,
Waz is-
Black Waz. But I liked Waz as a character even before he became a writer. And like I knew he was gonna be a writer because it was just like he's too close to a writer to not be a writer. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm surprised they didn't come out with a belt already. Like Omagio just lets go around with no protection, like other than his magic scarf that goes great with his hair, by the way.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I will be
to be
I
fair,
will
that
be
scarf was
purchasing
like a Deus
Keisuke
Ex Machina.
Watanabe's photo book. So just to let you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. And yeah.
Okay, so it's waifu's turn.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. There's a lot of really good choices. Like Kamen Rider Gills. I really like him. Okay, to be fair, I actually haven't watched a lot of Kamen Rider, so I don't know very many secondary or tertiary writers. But yeah, like Kamen Rider Gills is awesome, and G3X as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my favorite is it would either be Mahawk or Necrom.
Nice.
Mach,
Yeah.
just because he has the best fucking pre-battle catchphrase in existence.
Mach is the missing member of the Go-Oners.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, yeah. But, yeah, why did they do Drive X Ninja? They should have done Drive X Go Onger.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Why
Anyway.
not Power Rangers?
Yeah, Mach because of his pre-battle catchphrase, and Necrom just because, like, no, I really love stories of like a villain turned into a good guy when they're done right, and I think Necrom was probably one of the best examples of that.
Yeah.
Free.
Plus, he has a cool suit, he has a cool changer.
He has
Yes,
that.
sir.
He has that. He has that kick-ass poncho.
And it's a shame that he didn't get his final like a V cinema, but
Yeah,
you know,
and like his final form
Burst
didn't even have a toy made of it.
Forza would be proud of Yujo Burst. It too runs on friendship.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So
Now.
I forgot to say Greece is great as well.
Oh
okay.
yeah, how could I forget about Bakazumian?
Yeah. Also, just Gentoku.
The one common writer who doesn't.
Huh.
Poor. He's a fashion illiterate idiot. He's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I love him for that because I would wear the exact same things.
You know, I need to hang out on Twitter more often because I just found this really interesting post about that this guy had made a community and the female fans within it, but I don't want to. I'm not. I don't want to hijack the podcast, pirate. You know.
Okay. Well, anyway, just two more favorites, and then we're gonna do the exact same topics, but with least favorite.
Oh,
Okay. Since
there
there's
some
gonna be,
controversy.
yep, well, it's unpopular opinion part 2, maybe. Who knows?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about
On
unpopular
the
opinions. I just
topic
want
of characters,
Wait, what?
Dave,
What was the
Oh,
category? Sorry.
okay. I was saying since we're talking about characters.
Oh, sorry. I
Mhm.
thought it.
Okay.
Never mind.
Favorite villain, writer, and or just villains?
Boy.
oh boy.
Okay. I'll go first. And if you know me, like you all really know me, you already know who I'm gonna say.
You already know who it is.
The Gamma.
No. It's Oja. I mean, I love Oja so much. He's just he's just a bad person, and he knows that exactly who he is, but he just doesn't give a fuck. And I love him for that. He is the best. Like, he wants to fight. Like, that's the thing. He doesn't even want the wish. He just wants to fight.
Mhm. Yeah.
And just like, I don't know
He's a
why,
fucking
but
serial
I'm
killer.
compelled by that. I'm just like a person who doesn't give a crap about themselves or anyone around them just makes for an intriguing villain for me.
Makes
And
sense. Yeah.
and that's why he's my favorite Dark Rider, I guess. Alright,
Well then.
Lupin?
All right. Um. I wish I had more prep time for this. Damn.
It's
City.
fine. I should have
We
told.
could just circle back to.
Yeah, I should have told you guys ahead of time what the topics were gonna be. I kinda
Um.
wanted this to be on the spot, though.
Well, I'm trying to think. I have not seen every season.
That's fine.
I disclaimer. I've not seen every Heisei season, so like I'm not even thinking about the one about like the about like the six or about like the seven or so seasons I haven't seen yet. Are not even in consideration yet. Um, but damn. Um, and it's a lot to remember. I tell you what. But I don't know if I have one yet. I'll say something if something comes to mind though.
Fair enough. Aka?
Uh, this is also a tough choice because I haven't even finished the Neo Heisei yet. I haven't even started any of the
Yeah.
original Heisei. So, uh, if anything, Mad Rogue, like, because he didn't really originally start out as a villain. He started out as kind of like this character that kind of just got stepped on a lot, and
Yeah.
just I kind of liked that whole like he got power because he wanted it, and just I just like the whole part about him.
Wow.
It's like
Crack me up.
Yeah. Okay, Falcon.
Is it like just Dark Riders or villains in
Dark
general?
Riders and or just villains.
Oh, okay. Um, I mean, my favorite Dark Rider is probably Evolt because he's great. Uh,
He is. He
Glad when
really
you think of
is.
the word magnificent bastard, like
but I think my favorite villain group is the Greed because
Yeah.
I really like their concept
Villains.
and they're awesome.
Okay.
right.
Star. Oh wait,
Okay.
Lupin, do you have an idea yet? I keep on hearing a sing flash. I keep on seeing sing flash. I'm gonna take that silence as a no. Okay, Star.
Okay. Very suspicious silence, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
he's playing silent. But but honestly, for me, my favorite Dark Rider, uh, be what I consider to be the best part of Xaid. Watashi wa kami da! Kurodo Den, the crazy fucker that he is.
Don't you mean the crazy god that he is?
You're telling me that God can't be a fucker too? I mean,
Yeah.
It's my belief he is.
I'm pretty sure Dan Kuruto gets like mad puss.
I mean, shit, Dan Kuroto gets whatever he. But
He's
Yeah,
got a
mad,
good singing
either
voice. I'll
mad
tell you
puss or
what.
mad dick, whichever one
exactly,
he prefers. I'm
he
not 100%.
radiates just sex energy. But
Got
But
naked
yeah,
like,
for the
yeah,
I
show
mean,
once.
I'm a lesbian. And I feel that sex energy.
to be honest with you, the reason I like him so much, kind of got everything I enjoy about a really good interpretation of the Joker in that he in of the crazy shit that he does, all for the sake that he believes that he is some higher everybody and anything, and that his plans are always coming to fruition. That the best
According
part
to
about that,
Keikaku.
yeah, and the best thing about that, uh, to me, is the fact that not only is he great when he thinks everything is, he's absolutely insane to enjoy at the fact like when he starts losing, and like that's when you realize that he's not some god, he's just the mad kid that you kill in Call of Duty. Um, the sore loser that promises to ban you, because he knows
Yeah,
My
he
because
loves
his
dad
the
dad
show.
works
works
for
for Microsoft.
Xbox.
My dad is Bill Gates and he'll ban you. But
Yeah, except in this case, his dad actually did work for the game company.
yeah, except in this case, his dad just hates him. Like fuck, he probably banned
Yeah,
Kuroto. But
his dad hates him, and his mom is a fucking pop star.
so yeah, but so yeah, I really enjoy him. I also really enjoy um the fact that Evolt did not die for so goddamn long. Uh, on that same token, I also really enjoyed Killbus from Craw's New World. He's a really enjoyable villain because he too is much like, he's kind of like in the same way that Kuroto is the Joker. Then like Killboss is Carnage. Not only because of the whole spider thing and the red color, but because
Yeah.
he's like Evolt but worse. Because whereas Evolt just kind of toys with you, Killboss just wants destruction for the sake of destruction.
Yeah.
And that includes even on like his fellow Blood Tribe members, which is why Evolt was so quick to want to fucking body him in New World Cross. He's like, oh no, he's worse. He's a lot worse. But yeah, so I do enjoy a good villain. I enjoy a good magnificent bastard. They're my favorite kind of villain. They're also a really
Yeah.
good favorite kind of hero. So yeah.
Yep. I feel.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, this puts me in a weird position because I was gonna say Gem as well, but I don't think I should now because that's been taken.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know it is, but like I want to say something different because like I'm pretty much just gonna repeat the same points that Star said. Although my problem is that I haven't watched a lot of series that have Dark Riders.
Well, you could just say a villain group or like a villain.
Oh,
That's
in
the
that
thing.
case,
You don't have to pick a villain. I said Dark Rider and or a villain.
okay, in that case, I'm gonna say the Roid Mudes from Drive.
Yeah. The Emmys were a good villain group, mostly because you also felt sympathetic for them.
Yeah, I felt they were really good villains. Like the whole thing where they could like take someone's appearance and life and then just kill them. That was kind of a really morbid concept. Uh,
Yeah.
and you know the main villains, Heart, Chase, and fuck, what was the girl's name? I forgot her
Medic.
name.
Medic.
Yeah,
And
Medic.
plus, what
Heart,
about
Chase,
Brain?
And
But I say,
Brain.
don't forget about Brains.
I meant to say
right-
Brain, not Chase, since Chase becomes like a good guy at the end. But Brain, Heart, and Medic, like I really loved their designs.
Yeah.
And
And
also,
plus,
real quick,
human forms were awesomely designed too.
also real quick, I want to say, when I first started watching Drive, the opening made me believe that Heart, Brain, and Chase were like humanized versions of three of the shift cars.
I don't even joke. I like thought about that before. I'm like, what if the ship card actually like gain like a human form thanks to like really neat technology?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I
If
thought like Chase
like
was like Funky Spike,
like
or not Funky Spike, Midnight Shadow.
like
I guess that would make Heart what? Mad Doctor.
No, I thought he was whatever the fire one's called. I forgot what it was
you can
called.
have him
Oh,
talk
Max
once in a while. Oh yeah,
Max
fiery one.
Flare!
Yeah, Max Flare, Funky Spike, and uh, Midnight Shadow. Oh, where'd Star go? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, the last topic, which may be a retread, but I know for me it's different from another topic.
Oh, actually, one more thing.
Yeah, one more favorite thing, and then we're gonna quickly
yeah.
go to.
I was just gonna say villains.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I get I guess it's a hard choice whether it's my favorite or not, but it definitely but one that definitely stands out to me are the art, and because no one said it yet, are the another writers. Like
Yeah.
I do
I mean, yeah,
just
like
love
from a Kaijin concept, then yes.
yeah from a just I do like they really execute the evil versions of heroes really well.
Yeah,
I do
it's
I do
interesting taking something like Common Riders that are like largely inorganic and making the
Yeah.
suits organic looking. Like,
yeah giving them like actual faces, you know.
but to say, yeah, it's interesting because the other riders have like features you don't normally see in a lot of tokusatsu much. They have like defined noses and mouths and like humanoid eyes, and it's really weird to look at.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like through a visor, you know, like
Yeah.
double another double and another build have visors over real eyes. And it's weird.
Another when the scene that always like still sends chills down my spine is the scene from Geo where another build opens his eyes and roars at the camera. I pissed
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene's
That
so
was
good.
But
really terrifying.
I just love I love the thing that like they were going for in the first half of the season where this monster like just like takes over and steals a rider's powers and then wrecks havoc with them, just like stealing their identity and all that.
I would also like to point out, by the way, that another quiz is a bitch. Like, oh my god, I had never seen somebody get beat up that badly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, he never beat anybody. How many times did Aura have to bail his ass out?
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Um,
yeah.
But anyway, I think that that's they stand out to me for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And one last quick topic for our favorites, and then we'll move on to our least favorite. Favorite story.
Okay.
Well,
Hmm.
like from a conceptual standpoint, or like
Yeah.
or like do you like the execution of a story?
Execution and or concept.
Yeah, a mix of two. That's fine. So you
Okay.
go, I guess.
And I said this might be a recap because we list all of our favorite writers. But for me, honestly, my favorite story is not actually Forte. It is Blade.
Ooh.
Ah.
Because I really like the aspect of dealing with, what it means to be human. And like the whole thing with Chalice fighting, the fighting the monsters to make sure humanity can live, even though you yourself are human. That really spoke out to me, and it's
Yeah,
one of my
I get what you're
favorites.
saying.
Yeah.
Lupin?
Um, I think I do have a definitive. I do have a decent answer for this one at least. Um, Certainly I definitely like the concept. I do like the base story between. So not it's. I'm under pressure here. I mean, this is a real podcast, guys.
Under pressure.
Um, yeah, I definitely like the initial plot of Gaim, where it's some I've because I always think about this one thing someone said on Twitter where that the best thing about Kamen Rider is it always sounds like the most wild thing you can put on TV, and it is. Since Gaim's like overall story is this fucking invasive plant life is going to attack Earth and kill everyone or turn the entire population of Earth into zombies, and and it's like slowly taking over the city, and these zombies are coming in through portals, and it's like holy shit. And then and the only way to fight them is through um magical fruit powers. You know, I do. I think like that alone is wild and crazy enough. I do love that.
Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Aka?
Yeah, Aka.
Okay,
Fine.
so like my favorite story isn't really just like the storyline itself. I mean, it's more like kind of like the first part, but it's not my favorite writer either. It's build. Like I like the concept of like Japan's essentially in a civil war, and like Bill's just trying to like essentially bring it back together, and I found that really interesting. And
Okay.
they're also trying to
Yeah.
like fight against riders being used as military weapons.
Yeah.
It was just a good round story.
Civil War. Yeah.
Falcon?
Um, my favorite story is O's because I really like the story or like the backstory of AG accidentally funding the Civil War, and then that like he doesn't have a desire because of it. His relationship with Ankh and the whole theme of like human greed and selfishness, which I mean, you can kind of also see it with the greed who are just trying to get all their medals, um, or like even Birth, who is just collecting all the money to pay for his surgery. And I think that it's just a really unique concept, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
Nice.
Star?
All right. Subarashi. Okay, so I think I have technically two different favorite stories. Like, since you said one for execution and the other for concept. Now, if we're talking uh, for execution, from an execution standpoint, I like the way that I have to agree that I liked the way that O's turned out, because I like the fact that with O's, even with everything the Greed do, they are sympathetic villains for the simple fact that you have to realize that they were made incomplete. All right, like they were literally made to where they have an actual piece of them missing, and they can't even trust each other. Like in that kind of way, they are very tragic villains because, like, especially Gamel, because he's an idiot, and it's kind of sad to see him get manipulated,
Mhm.
even by someone like Mezul, who he's supposed to like actually love. But so yeah, that execution wise. Now concept wise, what I like as a concept, I like Geo on paper. Like if you were to just tell me the story of Geo, like boil it down to his base elements, a young man who wants to be king finds out that he does, but he becomes an evil king, and thus he sets out to prevent that bad future. I like that. I think that's a great idea because, like I said, we have characters like Eiji and Build who have these past sins that they're trying to make up for by being common riders and being heroes. Here, we've got a hero who starts off as a good person, but we know what he does in the future, and we know that he doesn't want to be that in the future. Uh, so we're trying to see him not make the mistakes that put him down that road.
Mhm.
So yeah, I really like that from like Geo from like a concept of like what it's trying to do. Do I think it did it? It did not do everything I think it sought out to do, or that I think it should have done. But that's a conversation for another day. Like just concept wise, I like it. But yeah,
Okay, and waifu.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of spaced out a bit while looking at Persona 5 memes. What are we talking about?
Same.
It's toy.
Our favorite writer stories.
Oh, okay. Like the plot line of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was kind of listening for stars bit. So I'm gonna do the same thing where like I pick one execution wise and one just conceptually.
Okay.
And I want to say I really like the execution of Xade's story.
Okay.
interesting choice, but I'm willing to listen to it.
Well, like first of all, the concept of it just sounds really cool.
I mean, yeah,
And
yeah.
just a good way to open up people to Kamen Rider. That's what I've been using at least. Computer viruses have evolved in order to affect people in the real world. So now you have doctors using the power of video games to fight them. And like I feel like a lot of it just like kind of evolved in a natural way to fit the video game theme. Like you had the eventual creation of a sort of MMO using the Kamen Rider technology. Uh, you had like all different sorts of genres of games. Like even like the
Mhm.
villains were from different genres of games, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like they took their concept and they did great things with it, I feel.
Okay.
And as for conceptually, I'm gonna say either Ghost or Kuga, which
Hmm.
ironically both of those are like within my top 5 favorite Kamen Riders, but like their stories were just not good.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could have done more with it. Like with
Yeah.
Ghost, like I liked the idea of someone dying and having to try to fight to get himself back to life. That was a great idea, and then they just kind of destroyed that by like
Mhm.
episode 6.
Yep.
And then with Kuga, like my problem with it, like the story was like well put together and honestly kind of executed pretty well, but like the show ended with like almost nothing being explained.
Mhm.
Like like you don't
And then they
even
tied
know
it into
what the
Agito
villains
anyway.
you don't know what the villains were doing by the end of Kamen Rider Kuga,
Yeah. Or
Yeah, the
I
Garangi are some weird guys.
I
right?
thought I thought it was explained like throughout the whole time that like the Grongi were playing a big ritualistic game.
Yeah, the Gegedu.
Yeah, but we never know why they're playing that game. We don't know the rules of the game.
Yeah, the rules are loose. Yeah, it's like
We don't
Yeah,
know
it's
what the
very
point of
loose.
the game even is.
And then Engaguziba shows up.
Yeah, Dagma shows up for some
Yeah.
reason. And like there was that whole subplot of number 3 like doing some kind of ritual in order to get himself to
Hold
become
on.
stronger, and we never know
You
what the
guys
fuck he
can
was
keep on
doing.
talking.
And then like he just dies completely unceremoniously
Sure.
after that happens.
And then Agito happens. So yeah,
Yeah,
there's your
then Agito happens.
Kissing of General Styles. General Styles and white rice.
Actually, if you're ordering Chinese food, yo, get me
if I could have some like spring rolls flown in, I'd be real nice.
Hey, if you guys want to go down to the
Someone sent
description
me a
below,
fortune
and
cookie with a.
if you guys want to go down to our description below and go to our Patreon to let us afford Chinese food, I will be forever grateful.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the coffee.
that's the only thing we're gonna use the Patreon funds for us all to meet
Yeah.
in one location and then just eat Chinese food.
Here's
Yes,
the thing,
and
though. We need to
Most of
like
the budget
plane
will just be
tickets,
and
spent
oh
on
yes,
rental
and
cars,
I need
stuff
to tell
like
you,
that.
And,
and
and
if you subscribe and comment down below, you will receive, no joke, you will receive your own rider belt free of charge. It'll be under your pillow, but you have to subscribe. You've got to go to the Patreon. You've got to comment below. All right.
You gotta tell us
and
the little
not-
numbers
And
behind your
the
credit card.
crazy,
Not,
the
not only
craziest
that,
thing
not only
too
will you
is
get a
that it
rider belt, but
actually
you'll also get
works.
a
Yes,
small
it's a working
jar.
rider belt. Like you get rider powers, my guy. Like do it.
My God.
and
Not
and,
wait, hold on.
and
Not only will you get the rider belt, you also get a small vial of my lesbian gamer girl bathwater.
oh, and at a
Free of
certain tier
charge.
reward, at a certain tier
God, no.
reward, we'll get you some Chinese food too.
Yeah, exactly. You will get your
Yeah,
own
we'll get you
thing
a
of General
small
Tso's
order
chicken.
of kung fu or
Kung Pao
a small
chicken.
order. Oh no, I was gonna say a small order of Panda Express orange chicken.
uh,
But for some
Disclaimer:
reason I
using
said
the
Kung Fu
scissors
Panda
advent deck
instead.
might result in your death.
yes. In America, you eat crab legs, and in Japan, crab legs eat you.
Yeah. Okay.
BBK.
So
That's Super Sentai.
anyway, are you guys done talking about your favorite stories then?
Only if you're
No.
done ordering Chinese food.
Yep. God damn it.
Everybody, write down in the comments what do you want.
Yeah, make sure so Cafe can get your order in.
I'll have
Yeah, sure.
Na-
Why
a
now-
not?
single
Naomi
order of
Chan,
black
I want a
rice and orange
coffee.
chicken.
Okay. Now then,
We're all recording.
on to
I
least
hope you guys know that we're all
favorites.
recording this in the den liner.
Yeah, and the actual denliner. Like
Yeah,
Momotaros is sitting like 2 feet behind me.
yeah, exactly. And he's being
Only
a
one-
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
So the whistle hasn't really sounded off lately. Think that? Do you think it might be broken?
We should go to that clocksmith dude.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I think that world's off limits though. I think they almost ended everything.
Oh,
But
jeez.
he can fix anything, even broken plot lines.
Let's find that shadowy demon. Let's have him create another den liner, and then we just take the whistle of that one.
Yeah.
God, just imagine like we're not actually human. We're just freaking imagine. Just in the denliner.
Boko ni surete. Rete miri.
Drinking disgusting coffee.
The Denliner Cafe.
Exactly.
I mean,
I like
the
my coffee
image.
too,
I mean, the image for my channel is the actual coffee.
You know, Nega Deno is the most powerful Deno because he can say the N word.
He literally has a pass.
Okay, guys, focus up. We're gonna start talking about our least favorites, starting with our least favorite writer, main writer.
I think for this one, there's too much chaos here to go in order, so we just need to start yelling shit.
Ghost!
Go.
Shouldn't it? Or could we just do like favorite writer period, or do we need to separate primary and other?
Didn't we do
Here's the
that?
thing, we're doing least favorite now. So it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
but so we
like,
moved.
Sorry, I mean our sorry, least favorite. Do we need to just say like least favorite period, or least favorite like primary and then least favorite other?
we're gonna say least favorite writer, least favorite other writer, least favorite villain slash, just like we did originally. But we're gonna try and move it faster because you guys should know what the topics are and what's coming up. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
have more
sure.
time to think about it.
Yeah, sure, fine, okay.
What, is that not
I was
okay,
just,
Lupin?
yes, no, yeah, no. I was just thinking because I already know mine, but it's a secondary writer. So
Oh,
I don't even know if I have a least favorite primary.
I do.
So
Well,
do
go
I.
ahead, mate. Go ahead.
Sa,
Let's say, I don't know if I have a technical least favorite either, but like
Just
we'll get
pick, do what I'm doing and pick the one that irks you the most. Like, I don't hate
Masked
this guy,
Rider.
I just like, I just compared to all the other Reddits I've seen in the Heisei, this guy just puts no actual effort into his job, I guess, and that would have to be Wizard. Like
Okay,
Wizard
now
to me, just
somewhere Chin is reeing, and he doesn't know why. Uh,
yeah,
I'm
Wizard
internally reading.
like here's the thing, like Wizard is definitely capable of his job, but I feel like he's almost like too capable. If you get what I mean, like he doesn't treat any of the actual phantoms or you know, are they called phantoms? They're phantoms, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
Phantoms,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, just
Okay,
Phantom.
they
Yeah.
treat.
I think it's
I,
called
I
Gate.
just feel like he treats none of the phantoms with any of the actual like threat that they are. He just seems way too calm and way too cool. Even when
I mean,
fighting
like, let's be
somebody
real here
like
though. Like, Haruto has done it for a long time, like before he was even like a
yes,
common
he
rider.
has.
But that doesn't mean he has to be boring.
Exactly. Thank you, Falcon.
I didn't find him boring. I found him jaded to his job, and I can understand that. Like,
The
as
man
somebody
eats
who's
plain sugar donuts.
yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
way to
Hey,
get
sugar
I
donuts
Oh,
aren't
that
bad, man.
that bit I liked. That bit I liked. It was a nice running
plain
gag.
sugar. I've never actually had a plain sugar donut. I gotta try one day.
I did I
Yeah,
did I
good.
did I did I did
And
find like the emergence of his final form, that moment where like where like his sort of girlfriend like sort of I trying to remember what happened halfway through the season, but
Yeah,
like
It was like the
she
reason that
almost
it was
yeah
dies. He
yeah
almost dies.
Koyomi almost dies.
yeah
His phantom is
and,
gone. He lost his powers, and then
oh
he
yeah that
yeah.
and then he gets his phantom back through the power of emotion, and I admit it did. I guess thinking about it now, it did feel kind of Troy-ish, some kind of Super Megaforce-ish,
Yeah.
like kind of
I mean, to
half-assing
me,
it.
it makes sense. I mean, first of all, I like the fact that they foreshadow it in the lyrics of the theme song because the ending part of the wizard theme, like at least like for the first half, is "I'll take your tears and turn them into a jewel." But
yeah,
and so I mean, it's not like I mean, like if you like if you heard the song, like if you know the lyrics, then yeah, you would be expecting it, like kind of. At least you were told in a way, but
Yeah.
like I mean, I liked.
I was young and stupid back then, senior year of high school.
I
So
mean, I'm young and stupid now. I'm in my sophomore year of college, so believe me, it doesn't get better.
hey, same.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, but can I just like that's just the one that sticks out to me as like I feel like his character could have been cool if he took shit a little bit more seriously. Like even when he was fighting someone as powerful as like Phoenix, you know, and the first time he used his right at time, he knew exactly what was happening. He was cool. He didn't was like, "Whoa, another me!" Like that's what I would expect a person to do when they use a new power that literally clones them. But no,
Hmm.
Naruto's too cool for
it's
school.
just,
Puts
yeah,
on sunglasses.
exactly. It just seems way too cool to be an actual human being.
Well, once your parents die and you realize that inside of your soul is a dragon, a lot of shit. Um,
That's not an excuse for you to be boring.
well, your
Yeah,
parents
Exactly.
dead, Falcon. If not, I know people. Jesus Christ, I'm
Why would
sorry.
you say anything
Okay,
like that?
Lupin, has my saying that it's not just a Reda you hate, it's just a Reda that irks you, has that, like, sort of jogged your memory a little bit?
I know I did already have a writer that I didn't really well. I'm trying to think. I don't know if any of the primary writers really have. I guess. Trying to think. There is Ghost, but that's more of a story thing.
But to say, I don't
Um,
think Takeru on his own, like, as like, Ghost Story is what like the writing is what really drags him down. It's pretty.
Yeah, I was about to
um,
say, you better not be insulting my boy. Else you're about to catch these hands.
yeah.
Okay,
I'd
well,
like to see you
Come
come
and
well,
get
if
me
he
through.
don't have any,
Co-
that's fine.
Come and get me through the phone
Dude, I'm
or
gonna
whatever.
fucking fly to wherever the fuck you live just to punch you.
You don't even know where it is.
Come and get Come and get me. I've told you guys
I can
too,
take a
but
guess.
whatever. I've told you guys anyway, but whatever.
I don't know
But
where you live. I forgot.
I also I haven't seen every season too. That's also contributes to
That's
it.
fine.
But
I haven't either, but
Neither
that's
have
I don't.
fine.
I am in
But
the
I
middle of
don't. So
dinner
I don't
last
have. I don't have any primary writers that are committee. But I do. But I definitely have a secondary.
Okay, so we'll just skip you for this section then.
Okay.
week. All right, Aka.
So like my least favorite primary, it's Ghost, but it's just because of the story basically. Like they started him off all right, and then just it went downhill pretty quickly. That's really the only reason.
I agree with
Fair
Aka.
enough. Oh, so the idea. So Falcon, you're taking the same exact opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess we can move on to Star then.
Okay, so least favorite main writer, and while I can't say because I'm currently watching Deno, and before I start, let me go ahead and say I don't hate Ryutaro, but I'm not gonna say anything about him because I have not finished the series yet. I feel that's unfair to him. But if I had to pick a least favorite, from what I've seen of him, I have to say that my least favorite writer is probably Tendo from Kabuto. And the reason for that is because like okay, you can complain that a lot of writers like okay, nobody likes a Mary Sue or a Gary Stu or a character that's just too perfect. And like that's Tendo's entire thing is that he does everything with perfection. Um which is crazy because I really like Decade. And the thing about Decade is that he's also kind of like that, where Tsukasa's pretty much good at damn near everything except, like taking pictures. um, but like the thing with Tendo is that like, whereas like I don't know, Decade has this thing with his personality where it's like, again, he's a magnificent bastard. I like him. Tendo is just
A
perfect.
bastard.
Yeah, Tendo's just he's not even a magnificent bastard. He's just a bastard, and it's just like, why does he get the Kabuto Sector? Because he's just that fucking cool. That's how he gets powers. And like, I understand like that he's a good person underneath all of that, but it's just the fact that struggle. What's that? Like, what's a struggle? Like, even like with Cafe, at least Wizard, as jaded as he is, at least went through something to get Infinity Style. Like, I mean, like he literally had a part of his soul destroyed. Uh, it was the huge CGI dragon part of his soul, but still.
That one.
Yeah. Doesn't everybody have one of those, or is that just me?
No, no, my in my soul there's a mermaid,
Is the oh,
Ah,
interesting.
a gay
Um,
mermaid.
Well,
Because what else would you expect
that's-
from me?
I know,
a given.
of course.
That's a given, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the thing about Kabuto to me is just like it's like Tendo's just perfect in everything he does, and at the very least, I know like with him and Gatak, at least he doesn't eventually once Gatak actually does get his proper rider powers, that they start working together as partners. Even though I feel like it's kind of like imagine Batman and Robin, but like Robin is like Robin's really only there for moral support.
Jeez.
He doesn't do much. um but yeah, and even with that, I do wish Tendo would come back for Geo. Even though he's not my, because I don't hate him, but like I still like realize that he's part of the writer legacy, but it's just that he's not my personal cup of tea. So
Okay, waifu.
All right. Uh, this is a hard decision as to what my least favorite writer is, because like all the ones I dislike, I feel like a lot of people like, and even and like honestly, even though I dislike them, they aren't like
there are no wrong
terrible in my
opinions
eyes.
here unless you're Raptor.
There's no wrong opinions here unless you like Ghost. Oh wait,
Oh shit.
I can see why you wouldn't.
Send it.
Your argument isn't valid because you like Ghost.
um. So I'm not gonna comment on any like writers from series I haven't finished yet because like I haven't finished watching O's, but like what I've seen so far of Kamen Rider Birth, I really don't like him. But I feel like that's unfair.
What? Well, only
So
on main writers. You can just go. Next time we'll go on to secondaries and all other writers.
okay, it's just the main one. Okay, I thought it was everyone. But if it's just the main writer, um, I know someone in this in this podcast right now is gonna hate me, but I'm gonna have to say Kiryu Sento.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like like I said, I don't hate him. He's just like the least interesting one to me.
Okay.
Out of Wizard?
What?
Uh, I'm just like in shock.
Like I
You're
don't
in
know.
shock. I was the one that said like he was my favorite writer, and I haven't even said anything.
No,
right?
I'm just in
Yeah,
shock
I
that
kind of
you said he
expected
was
Star
the
to hate me.
most boring. When I just want to rant about how boring Wizard is.
Well, I haven't finished watching Wizard, so like I said, I don't want to talk about that since I don't know the full story there. So that literally limits me to only Geo, Build, Ghost, Xaid, and Kuga.
Okay, fair.
There's parts of Sogo that I don't like, but I don't. But there's nothing about him that I could say I probably don't like about him, like to put him on this list. Like,
Yeah. So it would either have to be Build or yeah, no, just Build. Like everyone on there, I really like, but like I think out of those five, Build is my least favorite.
do you
Okay.
like my invention?
Okay, save that for when we're reading Smutfix.
Okay. Let's try and speed this up a little bit. We're gonna say the answer to the next prompt, then a little sentence why, and then move on. Okay?
All right.
Least favorite secondary. For me, it's Nago from Kiva. I hated that prick. He was the most annoying son of a bitch I've ever had to see in a Kamen Rider so far. Okay,
Well, shit.
now Lupin.
Well, shit. I was going to say about the same thing. I
Damn.
do. I. Yeah. Yeah. I've been building up. Ixa more
Yeah.
specifically. The writer's suit itself. I didn't like one. It's kind of supposed to be like a Holy Knight themed writer, but it felt like it's not handled really well. I don't know. And like the fact that the fact that Ixabel keeps changing keeps changing users like every other episode, that got really annoying. Um, and and at least for the first half of the season, Nagao is really annoying to deal with.
Oh,
But
I'd say
and
he's annoying in the second half too, because
that's your opinion, mate.
I know you're trying to speed this up, but I have a question. If you mix Meteor with Ixa, does that make him a Stardust Crusader?
god damn it.
Listen, I don't have the
Joe
answer
joke.
to
And
that.
I don't get the joke.
No.
Me
I don't
neither.
have the answer to that. Okay, you're just
The
gonna have to
answer
ask
is
someone
yes.
that cares.
Good.
The answer is yes. And I hate you, Star.
Yada yada. I can live with it. Uh,
Okay, Aka.
All right, so this is a very unpopular opinion, but it's Commodore Oxel, because like he brought down the mood of the show,
He
and
did.
not to mention I didn't like his henshin, because he'd say hen shin. I didn't like that
Yeah,
break
that
in
was the
between. If you
yeah,
said
it's
a
the worst.
henshin,
I feel like he has like the worst henshin in the whole show probably. Se-
Zetsubo
I
no
don't bring up
Gold.
the word henshin.
second
Henshin.
or even second only to Gills. I don't like Gills' henshin either. That's beside the point.
Really, I think Gil's ascension is kind of awesome.
It's symbolic as hell, but it looks weird.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's either that or have him like mutate. But I considering that was like 2002 or 2001, my bad, and
One.
yeah, there was probably not much they could do, honestly, unless you wanted more of Kuga's fantastic CGI.
But anyway, yeah. Oxel's like whole transformation kind of sucks. It's just like it's almost like it's almost like the Ichigo like cut frame type. Suddenly it's there. Suddenly it's not. Suddenly it's there. You know. It's
Right,
weird.
Henshin.
I just don't like how he says henshin. That's like the thing that gets me the most. He breaks up the word and it seems like 5 seconds in between he says the last part. It's like
And he
if
was
you're gonna
kind of a
henshin,
moody
just
little bit.
say,
He was. Yeah. It's kind of a moody little
But guess
bitch
what? He was
too.
the one that ended up getting laid at the end of this season.
True, yeah.
Okay,
Next.
Falcon.
Like from what I've seen, I don't really have a least favorite secondary. I think, like from
Or
what I've seen, they've all been pretty good.
or third or other.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you
I mean,
want to, you could say Mr. Dangerous from Gaim.
Who
no, I
hates
actually
that?
kind of liked him.
Yeah,
who
I
hates
did
that?
too, but I was just saying, I know a lot of people don't.
Well,
I
fuck them.
feel like Guridon was pretty weak, or like, yeah,
like,
and
Literally,
Kurokage.
Gridon's
Lit-
entire
lit-
character was the concept
literally
of
the weakest rider in Gaim. He had a little hammer.
Yeah, I mean his greatest
never
moment
give
was
up.
using the fake lock seed.
Yeah.
at least his jingle was good though. Never give up. You should
Is this
have
a
got
Yeah.
that.
cowboy?
And I at first I didn't really like Snipe, but he grew on me.
Kamen Rider Edgelord, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I just realized I might have to say another one. Okay, well, I'll just go on and then we'll come back to me.
All right.
So it's done.
Okay. So for my this one is I think for a lot of people. I hate Michi. Oh my god, I hate Michi.
Oh my
Like
god.
I
You want to
can't
fucking
even get
fight?
into how much I hate that grape flavored dick. This first of all, he's an incel. All right, Michi is an incel. He's a fucking creep that rides the coattails of somebody successful. Where's my meme of the Chad Gaim versus the incel, the Virgin Ryugen?
I
Where's
will
that?
make
Someone
one
make
for
that.
you. I will make
But
one for you.
like
Rage
at first when he
building?
started off, like it was fine. He was just Koda's friend who just happened to be rich and also, was related to who we thought was the villain at the time. Only to find out, no, he's just really creepy and he wants to kill Koda because and then he wants to just then he becomes an all-out villain. Then he has a lock seed that's going to kill him. And despite all that, Koda still wants to try to save him anyway. Do you want to know why? Because Space Jesus forgives all. Even you, Roxy, and you like Ghost. So
Okay, full disclosure, I had myself deafened for a bit because I didn't want Gaim spoilers, and I just came back and I hear Star just say, "Even you, Roxy, and you like Ghost." I don't know the context of that statement at all.
I said Space Jesus
Jesus.
forgives all. Even you, Roxy, you like Ghost. So
Hey, Takaru and Space Jesus are good friends.
apparently so. Why didn't he just? Gaim should have just taken Takeru's soul with him. So,
He's just like,
but
"Come here,
like,
Takaru. I'm gonna teach you how not to be a bitch."
yeah,
Yeah, the whole
I'll make a man
the
out
whole
of you.
the whole Hellfruit plot line was a bitch moment. I tell you what.
And the worst thing about it is, I like Ryugen's suit. I actually like the suit itself. I like Jingo. I like his weapon. I think they did the great, like the grape motif mixed with the dragon soldier motif looks really good on him. But I just can't get past what he did. Coda could, but I can't. I don't give a damn what. I love you, Space Jesus, but this is one sin that cannot be forgiven on my end. I
Well,
just
that's why
cannot deal.
he's the chosen one and not you.
It's a good thing I
Exactly.
still don't know what the fuck he did.
Oh, you
Bullshit.
will.
That's
We'll
what
see.
he did. Bullshit.
You will see.
You will.
Yeah.
We'll
Watch
see very
guy.
quickly.
Watch Gaim, it's
All
good.
right. All right. Yeah, it's my turn.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, a hard decision for me because out of the 5 shows I've watched in its entirety, well, first of all, one of them only had one common writer, so I obviously can't pick that one.
Okay.
Uh, uh, secondly, like I liked every common writer through all 4 of those seasons. Like there wasn't one I disliked. But honestly, if I was gonna pick one that was just kind of meh to me, I'd either go uh Kamen Rider Rogue or Kamen Rider Spectre.
I admit Rogue did kind of like rub me didn't like I wasn't like all in for Rogue at certain points. He was kind of a moody little shit at times.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
going
did.
through his Night Rogue phase was probably like one of the weakest part of his character, but I did like how they made him kind of a lot more sensible going towards like the
Yeah.
end of the show.
Yep.
I did
guess I-
like how they kind of like retconned his evil personality as just being an effect of the nebula gas. That was kind of clever.
I also
mean,
didn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
I like
I
that.
also I also didn't like how he only had one form throughout the whole. Considering how many forms Build is has.
I mean, I was mad that they at least did not show his final form in the show, and they only had it as like part of the tie-in, and they gave a bullshit reason for why he couldn't use it was just because he broke it.
And it's
I
and
hate
it's
how
like
the
and
how
it's only like a
his final
slight
form.
redesign too. It's not that much of a final form.
Yeah, like
I also
Prime
hate how
Rogue
his
is
final
not
form.
really that big of a.
I hate how his final form came from the build driver and not the splash driver.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they should have had like at least one of the final forms come from this class driver,
Right?
but they all came from the build.
Yeah,
Nope.
I mean, like
The
part of me
build
kind
driver
of
is just the
understands why
ultimate power.
Sento stopped working on the Splash Driver because he realized that shit was dangerous. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I don't know why if he was gonna do that, why he didn't just have Kazumine and Gentoku just permanently switch over to using the build driver. But
Well, because he didn't know how to build a third and fourth one, even though he built 2 of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
It
So
would have made it would have made the cross V cinema a lot easier if we just had 3 of them.
huh.
Also something I was very disappointed by, when they first introduced Kamen Rider Cross, and like he had to use Sento's build driver. I was thinking, oh, they're gonna have this cool dynamic where like they have to share the one build driver, and they can't be both Kamen Riders at the same time, at least not for a while. Then the very next episode, Sento's just like, oh, here, I built another build driver for you. And like, how do you know how to build that?
Be
He's a
the one.
scientist.
I
okay.
agree.
Cause science is
Okay.
amazing.
So next least favorite. Least favorite Dark Rider and or villain. I know mine.
I think I know mine as well.
Yeah.
I think
Mine
I have
are
one too.
actually the Dopants.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just seem like too regular to be. No, they're just a mob selling drugs. And then
Yeah,
they just seem like puppets to the way more fascinating and mysterious Foundation X. Or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
The
Side
yeah,
IX.
you hit that one on the head. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they
just
were
seem
puppets
like
to screw
puppets. And for me, I want to see I get that the museum is a cool concept. I like the idea of being a mob, but it's just I found them very kind of meh compared to all
Hmm.
the other ones that I've seen.
Okay.
Lupin?
I guess by villain we're talking about a villain type as a whole.
Yeah,
I guess.
villain type, villain organization, just a general person, even a dark
Yeah.
there.
If you got an individual, yeah, go with that one. But let's see. I guess I might go with the Roy Mutes actually as like one of my least favorite ones. I don't know. It's hard to tell why. It's just it's like the whole Roy Mute things feel a little off to me. I guess.
All right,
So
that's three people in this video that I got throw hands with now.
yeah. I don't have. It's hard to say why. I can't. Maybe just something about like the execution, like or kind of like all the whole drive season actually kind of felt weird to me, like a weird execution, like almost like too lighthearted or whatever. But and I guess I don't know. I didn't really care much for the Roy Mutes. And so I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess I still kind of like Heart, Medic, and Heart, Medic, Chase, and Brain as characters. Yes, but like as an enemy type, I guess I don't really care much for the Roy Mutes. I don't know. They just feel weird to me. Yeah.
Okay. Aka.
All right, so it's basically the same as my main writer. I don't like the Ganma. Kind of the same thing. They start out all right, and then just they try to turn them into like sciencey, and that doesn't really work. If with the show that starts out kind of mystical, you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
really combine the two in the way they did it. It didn't turn out very well.
Yeah, I
That's why I don't really
understand.
like the Ganma.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Spread your wings and prepare for a force. You know.
yes. I think that I really didn't like Kazari from O's because he was a dick.
Yeah.
God, yes, you.
Um, and I think that my least favorite like Dark Rider is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love him, but at the same time, I really don't like Kronos. Just because he just couldn't die. He kept coming back all the time.
I know. Yeah,
And
I was
not even
gonna
in the
say
cool
that.
way like Kuroto did.
Yeah, he was just like super salty and he reset everything.
Yeah.
Kronos was the tryhard of the Exit season. Like he was the one that took all the fun out of the games and just like starts reading off all the stats and shit.
Yeah. He's pretty much like that DM that just wants everything in a safe, controlled environment how he wants it.
Right, and
Yeah.
if you kill his boss in one hit, then he's all pissed at you.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
kind
like
of
don't
that
get me
boss
sufferer
wrong,
is-
Kronos is
who would use a
awesome, but
strategy guide to play
he's
through
really
a
flawed.
Persona game.
Yeah. Okay, so Star.
Okay, now my least favorite villain. Now that's probably gonna have to go honestly to the overlords and the invests of Kamen Rider Gaim, because it's weird because with the way Gaim's story went, all of the character stuff the was between the writers themselves. The Invests and the Helheim Forest was always like this threat, and yeah, it was there, and yeah, the writers fought them, but like the Invests themselves didn't really have any character. The Overlords technically did, but not really. I mean, okay, yeah, we get it. Like, okay, Helheim took over this previous civilization. They, and then the golden fruit gets passed on or whatever. Uh, but like other than that, we don't get very much from them. They're very secondary in like the story that they're in. Like there's very little of it with them. And I just felt like they didn't play too big a part in it. They were just kind of cannon fodder. And so yeah, that was about it. I mean, hell, like they weren't even the ones that came back at the end to try to kill Koda. It was Kogane that did that. So yeah, they weren't really that big of a deal in their own show technically, and they didn't even really appear until like the final arc.
I might even have to change my answer a little. Granted, I still don't care much for the Roy Mutes, but ones that I actually don't like at all would have to be the Overlords too. Because I hate how like I would have been fine having a season where where the monsters were all just like instinct driven zombie beasts.
Right.
If if they went the whole season with kind of mindless instinct driven envies, like that would and then most of the intelligent um bad guy stuff came from other writers, that would be great. I'd be fine with that. But then they just halfway through they just suddenly introduce like you're at pretty much the overlords, but you're actually more like you're just your average writer villain generals and stuff, and like
Yeah, I
that
mean, they
just
kind of
kind of
reminded
that
me of the Grongi because they have their own language and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, and they just kind of ruins the bad guy dynamic of it all. It's like suddenly,
Yeah.
oh, now you just have your average writer villains
Yeah, but I say every
Yeah.
other
fighting
villain in
here.
Harem tops them like
Yeah,
by
but
far.
that's why people like Kiva. I mean, not Kiva, freaking Yuki. My bad.
Oh yeah, because the
yeah,
mirror monsters in Ryuki
oh
are
yeah,
probably like the exact
The
same.
mere
Yeah.
monsters
okay,
in Yuki are just monsters.
You either make a
Because the
contract with them
writers who are
or
the
you just
true
get eaten.
villains.
I forgot we do have a season that's entirely mindless monsters. Yeah, Ryuki.
Yeah.
So they kind of took the fun out of that.
I like my
Yeah.
monsters to have some like either like go full out or like you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Waifu.
Cafe, you can just call me Roxy. You know, you don't have to
Uh,
call me waifu.
Yeah, we haven't formally introduced ourselves anyway, so it's kind of no context as to why we're calling her.
I think this seems like a very good time to introduce.
For
Yeah,
context,
like 3 hours into the fucking podcast.
for context, in our Discord, Roxy has called herself waifu material,
I
Yeah,
just
because I'm
thought,
gay.
which
I
is
just
true. I'll
thought it
give you
would be
that.
funny to see
Aw,
to
thanks.
see like how long you would just have me like calling you waifu.
I resisted the urge to say something every single time so far.
I mean, I just didn't
I
really notice
eventually
it
thought
until
someone was
just
gonna say
now.
something, but
I
gotta
would just
stop a
go.
good thing, am
I
I right,
would
guys?
just go on with you guys.
Okay, so my least favorite villain. Um, I'm I'm honestly gonna have to either say the Grongi or the Time Jackers.
I was so close to saying the goddamn time jackers, but I thought I didn't like I didn't like the Invis more. But the time jackers were a close
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Oh, but by the way, Star, just so you know, I like deafened myself throughout your entire explanation.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I saw.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
like I don't want time spoiled for me. 'Cause, like
It's good.
I've only watched like 20
You were
episodes so
missing
far, and
much.
like the story is so good.
Yes. You're about to be hit with a effing chain of emotions.
A brickload of bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, my least favorite enemies. So it's either the Grongi or the Time Jackers. The Grongi, just because I don't know what they were doing, and the show never bothered to explain it.
It was a lot of drama on their
About to
Yeah.
say,
on
yeah,
their
there's a
end.
lot of melodrama with the fucking Grongi.
Yeah, all I know is that they were killing a bunch of people. I don't know why. I don't know what for. I don't know
It
what
was
they
for a
got out of it.
bullshit game with no rules.
Well, okay, well, if they wanted to play a game where, if they wanted to play a game where they kill a bunch of people, they should have picked one that had rules, like Knife Monopoly.
Oh God.
I'm not even gonna ask what the fucking knife monopoly is. Moving on.
No one knows really. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I don't like the Grongi, and I don't like the Time Jackers for for a very similar reason in that I don't know a lot about them except for Schwartz, and I don't
About
like
to say,
Schwartz.
until they revealed Schwartz's intentions, I did not know what the fuck the Time Jackers wanted. Or at the very least, I didn't know how they wanted to effectively achieve their goal.
Yeah,
Because there's a
and you know what?
glaring plot hole in how their problem works. Namely, they want another rider to take the place of Oma Gio. But as we learn in the Another Forze, Another Fives arc, another riders have a time limit. They can't exist indefinitely. They're gonna run out at some point. So were they just gonna keep shoving watches into one guy?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, they were just gonna like shove a bunch of watches into one guy until he became another Grand Geo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we still
You
don't
almost had it
know.
too with Kakagawa Hiryu.
If they just kept like him in the show, yeah. If
Yeah,
he
and
showed
we
up at
had-
all in the finale, you think,
You know what? They should have kept him in the finale and actually made him a real Kamen Rider. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I would have.
Kamen
That would
Rider
have
Salt.
actually been. Yeah, that would have actually been really cool. I honestly wish that they had somehow made like another Rider armors and like had like Frankenstein stitching whenever he would like attach one to himself. That would have been cool, but no, they wanted to go the decade arc and the decade way and just let him transform into them. And I'm like,
Oh,
but why though?
Yeah. But and you know what? By the end of Geo, we still don't know anything about or Aura.
Yeah, but to say all we know is that there's like we come from a different timeline. I'm like, that's all you're gonna say? That's all you're gonna say? And how the
different
hell did
timeline.
Swartz convince you? It's like, and by the way, if Swartz didn't even like them, why the fuck did he pick them?
Episode.
No, I know how he convinced them. He just popped in their timeline and he's like, "Hey, help me destroy all of existence, and I'll give you a candy bar."
Considering the kind of way Swartz dresses
Oh,
with that fedora and that long coat, I'm surprised that he didn't just offer them candy.
lady.
I'm pretty sure he gives Ur a candy bar.
My timeline.
Schwartz is a quantum nice guy.
He exists on every dimension. You can
Okay.
never get away
like-
from his. You can never get away from his unsolicited dick pics.
Okay.
So yeah, if they had given those two a proper backstory and made Schwartz less hateable, I would have liked them better.
Why was
Okay.
Aura able to create red spikes?
About to say, was Aura a Red Lantern?
That's why I haven't seen it. That's why I'm reading it.
Okay, guys. Let's move on. I'm done. Let's move on to our next topic. Least favorite stories and story executions.
Okay.
Okay, for me, the story and Roxy, you're gonna have to count this as 4. My least favorite story is Ghost.
Well, I already said that like Ghost's story wasn't good, so I agree
Yeah,
with you on
okay,
that.
yeah, sorry. It's just that, it got. At first, it seemed tight knit, collect all the 15 egg MacGuffins. And
Egg McGuffins. My favorite thing to get
I
from
mean,
McDonald's.
that's a reference to a YouTuber I love.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's a plot device.
Yeah, but just collect all the
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
things, and
Alien
then
vomit.
and then all of a sudden they introduce another dimension and another world, and it starts to become more of a sci-fi thing than a spiritual thing, and it just got super messy.
They
And
should have
I'm
just went the
just kinda
Danny
like-
Phantom route and just made like like Danny Phantom handled Ghost's concept of a sci-fi ghost better than Ghost did.
Exactly.
Okay, but okay, we all agree that Ghost is awful, but we can also all agree the best character from Ghost, Urisen.
No.
For sure.
Captain
Indifferent.
Ghosto. I mean like Urison to me was the
Mm.
Alpha 5 of Ghost, and like I just kind of got used to him.
He is, yeah.
I loved him. He
Not
I
like Alpha
liked
5,
him
he
up
barely offered
until
any
they
actual
revealed
help.
what he actually
He just kind of
was.
mocked everybody.
Yeah, that was.
But
that
once
was
you find out
interesting.
everything about Urison, then you find out why. It's pretty easy to.
Dude, Urisen was like the best plot twist of that entire show.
I'm about to say I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, just the fact that he was
Yeah,
a
me
fucking
too.
cat the whole time.
The real
I
question:
mean-
how could it speak Japanese?
Yeah.
I
but-
I don't know how
I
can
will.
how
I will
can
give you this. I think cats are smarter than maybe cats are just smarter than we think. Like
how can every alien in this goddamn universe speak Japanese off the
I can
bat?
firmly believe that cats can understand human languages because I've seen it. I've seen cats look their owners in the eye as they're telling them not to do something, and they fucking do it anyway because they're assholes.
I
Why
think
are the
I
ghosts
think
are
I think it's
I'm
just
pretty
not
sure my
explained, but
cat.
Japanese is just the universal language of this universe, probably.
Much like how
Yeah.
at least Doctor Who gives a reason for why everybody speaks English there. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the
it's a
chameleon
circuit
chip.
inside the TARDIS that rearranges your brain and
Or not that one.
It,
The,
it's
the,
it, it's from the perspective of the travelers. Yeah.
right.
But
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
it is
in
what
my
it is.
personal opinion, everybody just found the Babelfish. None of you know what that is.
I do, just no comment.
Wait, what'd you say, Cafe? I couldn't hear you.
I said, or everyone just found the Babelfish.
The
And none
silence
of
has
don't
you,
know what that is.
returned.
and none of you know what I'm talking about, though.
No, I do.
Nope.
I do.
Yeah, I know
I
you
don't gotta
do,
comment.
Lupin.
Fucking
No,
yeah.
you do, Lupin. You told me before. It's just that the other four give me awkward silence.
Yeah.
That's
It's
my
a,
jam.
it's a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Of course.
I've yet to read that. I should.
It's a good book.
I love the number 42.
Yep. Wait, do a hike.
Hmm.
So anyway, on to Lupin and his least favorite story.
Um, it might just be it might just be Drive again for me because I guess I don't know, its execution feels a little weird. I mean, cause yeah, cause I mean yeah, for one, Drive is one of those non-serious series the kind of whimsical um series that's not meant to be taken completely seriously, but I think the longer it went on, the weirder things felt on a personal level. I don't know what it is about this season. It's just odd for me. Um, I get
Clue.
uh, I bet a lot of
Okay.
this. I bet a lot of the lower staff is too.
I'm
Welcome back,
about to say,
Cafe.
there's probably the gayest person in the world that you'll ever probably meet is at Chick-fil-A right now.
working there. Yeah.
Right.
This also disclaimer. This podcast is also sorta not sorta sponsored by Blue Apron. Just enter the promo code this pussy for a surprise.
Guys, I leave for 5
And you
seconds. What
too
happened?
can get fresh, hot and ready meals like this pussy delivered to your door every day.
Guys, I leave for 5 seconds. What the hell happened?
We got sponsored.
We're true. And
We're
this is why
rich.
we'll never get sponsors.
God,
We're-
can
we're
you
never
imagine,
gonna get
like,
your fandom
Blue
to accept
Apron YouTube thought to me, I'm like, we loved your podcast.
This is why we're not. This is why the fan base hasn't accepted us yet.
We should see if we can get
What
sponsored by
fan
Kotetsu.
base?
Oh yeah.
I bet he's a nice enough guy. I don't know.
He seems
considering
yeah.
I don't. Well, except for the fact that I just loudly said my pussy or this pussy on again.
We're talking about
on
cats.
stream.
Perverts. Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking get your head out of the gutter. everyone.
Okay.
Yurson's orange chicken recipe.
Dude, I mean, it
It's,
makes sense. He
okay.
is orange.
So, did we go through
It's-
all of our
No, we
least
did
favorite
not. I don't know
stories?
because I don't think we got to. Who did we? We didn't even get. We haven't gotten. We haven't even gotten Akka.
fuck's sake.
Oh,
We just
yeah,
started
I
going
can
into
go.
it.
Oh yeah, we trailed off after I dissed
Yeah.
Drive.
Okay, Akka, hit us with your opinions.
It's the same as cafes, and for the same reason.
So it's Ghost
Go.
all the way. Okay, Falcon.
Like near the end of build, just the whole lost bottles thing, the extra
Okay, that shit
panels
was
of the
actually
box
used to drag
thing
the story out, and it
is
was.
just. And I didn't like it. You already had like what 60 bottles, and then you have 10 more, and then you have 2 more panels, and like it felt pointless.
Build was a lot.
Honestly, yeah.
The
I think
ending of Build, I will admit, even though it's like my favorite writer show, the ending did drop the fucking ball with all that
mean-
shit. Like,
Kazumin's death was on point, but like
Yeah.
I mean,
I felt like
No.
I felt like build could really have gone with just having like 30 bottles instead of fucking 60.
and we
if
didn't
you
even
don't
get
know
to
why
see
they-
all of the best matches.
I
if you
don't
have
know
more
why
forms than O's, then you have a problem.
I think that they only probably showed off like a third of the best matches possible, like at all.
And then there were even more programmed into the build driver that we didn't get to see, which is kind of
yeah.
like
Turtle
F1
Watch.
Source
They
and
never
Cup
showed
Goop.
any of the rider bottles.
No. Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh.
only for Xaid, but yeah, because only in like that Xaid crossover. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
other than that, no.
Even though, like, one of the 2 main ones that were released were X8 and Double.
Yeah, I know, and I get the reason for that because like the canon reason for how the bottles work is that they work like basically kind of like ride watches, except without that whole memory erasing part. They just absorb rider powers.
I think there's like ghost bottles too. It's Ghost and Parka.
It's yeah,
bottles.
Ghost and Parka, and then Gaim is Orange and Lock.
Oh yeah.
And then Wizard is
Wizard
Magic
is
and
Mahol
Diamond.
Sky and Diamond.
yeah, Mahotsky and Diamond. When it should
Yeah,
have been
Wizard and
Mahotsky
Diamond.
and Dragon, but fuck you.
And Forza has Friendship and Rocket.
O's gets
And
Diamond
Taka
already-
and
O's
Metal.
has
Di-
Taka and Metal.
And then
Diamond
Drive
is-
is F1 and Keisatsu, or police officer.
Diamond's already in the
Okay,
best.
guys.
Okay,
Focus
okay,
up.
yep.
Well,
Yeah,
oh
we're
yeah,
getting
2
distracted.
hours, please.
All right, okay. Least favorite story. Even though I said I liked it in concept, I do not like Geo in execution. I felt like that, especially towards the end, they went off the rails. The time jackers were weak because we didn't even really know their goal up until the end. And Sogo himself seemed way too happy-go-lucky, even though he literally turned out to be Time Hitler. There we go.
Time
Go, Roxy.
Hitler.
Okay, Falcon.
I got
Hot
a,
take.
a big put on the
Hold
spot.
Guys, we skipped over Falcon.
Did we?
Oh, wait,
No, we
it's
didn't.
Oh, wait, you said you were the exact same as me, right?
No, that was-
I,
Oh wait, yeah, we did skip Falcon. Yeah, shit, my
no.
bad.
I talked about build.
Oh, yeah. God. Okay, sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna
Let's see.
say, I know I'm kind of sounding like a broken record here, but my least favorite story is definitely Kuga, because, like I said, they just did not flesh that out properly. They didn't answer a bunch of questions, and it just felt incomplete to me. Or, like, maybe they would have answered it all in the movie they had planned that just never came out. But
Kuga was boring as hell. Yeah.
Hey, look, it
Okay.
was the
I
first
enjoyed
season.
the show itself. It's just the story was bad.
You can't
Yeah,
expect
true.
the best out of the first of an era. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I that makes me very worried for Zero.
Okay, well that's.
That's
Well,
different.
yeah, but like now the
That's
Kamen
different.
Rider.
Now you got me.
It is a bit
Kuga
different
had
though, because Zero One is
Kuga
under
had like
different
a 20-year
circumstances.
gap.
Yeah,
Now you got me scared for 01.
I'm sure it'll be
Great.
fun.
Yep.
It will.
Okay. Speaking of 01, it's now time to move on to hopes for the future of Reiwa and Reiwa and 01. I guess
Kaigan
just-
01, Mirai no Kiba 1 and 0.
Can I
Yes.
just give my opinion real quick because it's a very small one.
sure.
Literally my only hope for the future is that whatever video game comes out based on Kamen Rider Zero One, I just want it to be better than Climax Scramble.
We deserve better.
Yeah.
We deserve a
uh,
Rider game that's actually playable in fucking states. Thank you very much.
Give
No,
us Kamen Rider Batch Ride War 4.
and Climax Scramble, like I freaking got an English port of Climax Scramble. That exists. I bought it off Amazon.
Yeah, I bought the English one too, but like it is not good.
It's a kid friendly fighting game. We need a more fleshed out like story
If they made
driven
like
one.
a Kamen Rider game like on the level of like Injustice, I would appreciate.
Yeah.
We need a
Or-
Kamen
or
Rider
ju-
Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
They had that. They had that
I know,
during
but like
Wizard.
we need one that's officially made by like Koei Tecmo because they
Yeah, I
put
know.
a lot more effort into
I
it.
know what you mean. I would just
Or-
like, yeah.
Or or just like an action adventure, like something along the lines of like the Batman Arkham series, you know, with
Yeah.
a good fighting, a good dynamic fighting style thing.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I would appreciate like an Injustice style.
with room for weapons and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
What
appreciate
if
like
they
an
made-
Injustice style like game where it's like you got you got the main writers, you've got some of the secondary writers, and like a handful of villains, and you can add more characters with like DLC later on. You know, just
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this idea before, but I think they should make like a Zelda style Kamen Rider Geo game.
yeah, you have mentioned
That that
Yeah,
I
where
guess
like
that is.
where like all the different right armors are like the items and they give you different abilities to like explore the world more.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that'd be like probably
Yeah.
one of the best games they could make.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on to my hope for the future of Weira. I really hope this I guess it really helps to re-tip the scales, I guess. And what I mean by that is, I mean the obvious power ladder that we've been climbing for the past, 20 years. Like first we had Kuga, then we had Ito, which was stronger than Kuga, and so on and so on. You know, just constantly escalating until we literally have time and space powers. I'm just kind of like, okay, you all need to chill and
Yeah.
basically bring it back down to a level where we can either A, start climbing again, or B, just, not even out to climb anymore.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Lupin?
Um, I guess hard to say. I don't know if I have much of an opinion other than like a somewhat optimistic view of how things are going to go. I guess I don't know. It's not like I have much say in what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
but I'm generally optimistic. That's about it.
Okay. Aka?
So I'm also hoping that the Reiwa era is gonna be, you know, decent at the least and pretty good at the best. But what I'm hoping for with Zero One is that we don't have an unnecessary amount of gimmicky items, like how we had with like Build. That was just
Yeah.
way too many bottles. And Exit
Yeah.
if you get shots.
And you can't even find all of those. Well,
I
technically you
know.
can, but if you want to go pay $70 for the Kabuto Mushi bottle, that's on you.
Yeah.
We'll find me there.
I mean, so with what they've announced so far, it seems like there's. I mean, granted, they've only. I think they've only announced like one or two extra.
If I
What?
remember correctly, so we've got there's Biting Shark, Flying Falcon, Burning Tiger, uh I forget what it's called. It's the mammoth form, Blizzard Mammoth, Strong Hercules, and I think that's about it for Zero One. And then of course you've got his like super form, which I think is like Assault Hopper or something like that, or Shining Hopper, one of the two.
Shining Hopper.
Shining Hopper, yeah.
Okay, Falcon.
And I just want to be entertained, and I want to see a good story. I want to laugh, I want to cry, just to see something fun.
Fair
And
enough.
also, I would like to see an O's 10 years later.
That would be dope.
Hey.
I would love to
Yes.
see so many 10 years later, let's
But to
be
say
honest.
a 10 years later series, like 10 years later with Kamen Rider would be amazing.
No, you know what would be amazing? A 10-year later movie. Like, just having all of them return.
I mean, it
Like,
wouldn't be
not
hard
like
since they
all of
didn't.
them, just like the Neo Heisei one.
Kamen Rider, life after being a superhero, and then it's
I
just
just want to
all of
see
them
Pink
getting
again.
desk jobs.
Going to the
Yeah,
grocery
I
store.
want to see Sogo just like fucking working.
My dreams
like
of
at
being king didn't work out very well, so now I'm working at McDonald's.
Uh,
yeah.
Burger King.
Anyway, would you
Yeah,
like
no,
fries
exactly
with
like
that,
Burger
sir?
King.
Would you
But-
like fries with that, sir?
Well, no, it'd have to be McDonald's since they're already sponsored by
So
McDonald's.
now I'm the king of now I'm the king of food. But okay, as far as my hopes for the Reiwa era, as somebody who's like watched pretty much most of the Neo Heisei era, and I didn't really, and I watched Decade 2, but the less said about that, the better. I'm still in therapy. I'm still trying to do what the fuck that series meant. I think I dreamed it all, really, but
I
Hey, I
mean,
liked
yeah.
Decade.
but I think with Zero One, from what I've seen, I'm very excited. I am. I'm really hoping to see. I want to see what they can do differently. I mean, because it's. I think Heisei has gotten us in a very like we know what to expect from Kamen Rider now for the most part. I mean, it's obvious. Like, of course, there's going to be some stuff they're going to repeat for the sake of selling the toys. I mean, like the show is literally just an extended commercial with character development in it. So like, um, but like, I really hope that maybe that Toei might try to take some risks later on with this era with
Yeah.
you know trying out different things and who knows, maybe the Reiwa era might get us our very first female Kamen Rider. I would not hold my breath, but a man can dream. um
A lesbian can also dream.
do lesbians dream of electric sheep? But yeah, that's pretty much all I can hope for. And I mean, like Aga said, I do hope that Zero One probably doesn't come out with a super ungodly amount of items for no reason. Considering that I doubt they're gonna do Legend Rider stuff for this season.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I'm pretty sure.
Because
I'm
after the events of Geo, we're kind of burnt out on the whole legacy thing. Like,
I'm
I'm
yeah,
not.
I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping that they kind of like let things go at least for like a little while. Wait, because I mean we do have Heisei Showa crossovers that exist. So I'm hoping like at least like wait a little while before they cross any Heisei things over.
Also, y'all pray for Sentai, y'all. Okay, this new era is. We got Ryu Soldier. it's doing, but from what I heard, them toy sales ain't getting very much better.
It's
Hey, the
doing.
dinosaur season. That's
Hell,
really
it
bad.
has to be doing better than freaking Lupin v
Yeah,
Pato.
I mean, yeah. But yeah,
Also-
y'all pray for Sentai. It needs help.
Also, I've looked it up. There's currently right now seven auxiliary progress keys.
Yeah.
There's biting shark, flaming tiger, freezing bear, breaking mammoth, punching kong, lightning hornet, and amazing Hercules,
Amazing Hercules.
which is a horned beetle.
Yeah.
And then
So
the
Hercules beetle.
is Kabuto.
and then the shining hopper progress key, which actually looks dope.
Oh yeah, Shining Hopper looks sick.
Yeah. And assault wolf.
Oh yeah, that's a Vulcan's power up.
Yeah. Looks dope. But yeah, right now there's I guess okay, there's definitely a couple extra gimmicks.
Yeah.
But I guess considering they're named after after strong animals, I don't think there actually may be that many.
I'm sure. I wonder if they're gonna come in like packs. You know how like for Kyoryuger, like the auxiliary, the Guardian Judenchi came in like packs of 3. Because I mean I don't know if they're gonna sell them solo like they did the Ride Watches, but I feel like
it's hard.
at least selling at least like two a piece might be fair.
I mean maybe the Zyudenchi were kind of tiny, and these are these like one fits in the palm of your hand. These are a good size.
Yeah,
Gimmicks.
I'm sure one's gonna come with like the attaché caliber. Like
yeah.
Okay, do Roxy say stuff?
what do you?
Yeah, I was
your
talking about
dreams,
the
Rex?
video games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, 2 hours 26 minutes.
Damn,
Yeah,
y'all
you
can
hear
talk.
that, audience? That's 2 hours, 26 minutes of your life you're never gonna get back.
Exactly. You
yeah.
wasted all your time sitting here when you could have been out there achieving your dreams.
Yeah, especially
Sponsored
you,
by
David.
Blue Apron.
What are you doing here? You don't
achieving
even
your
watch Kamen
dreams of
Rider.
being a gang star.
Hopefully,
Sponsored by Blue Apron.
sponsored by Blue Apron.
Yes.
But we
remember
are
to use
definitely
our...
sponsored by water.
Stay hydrated, my
and
friends.
Burger
This
King.
podcast has been sponsored by the Yggdrasil Corporation.
And don't
Sponsored by
forget to
Hydration Bot.
and don't forget to go on down to our Patreon.
Oh yeah, this is we're also sponsored by a charity, the Estonia Relief Fund. We need to pay for a plane and a jeep to smuggle Falcon out of the country. So
Yeah,
you guys wanna help
so
us?
he can come live in my basement.
So yeah, so yes, so you can go live with Roxy. Yes, exactly what we want.
That sounds like a plan.
Now Falcon, cry into
Joke's
your
on
mic.
you, I
You
don't
need to
even
make it
have a
sound
basement.
convincing. Yes,
The
yes.
arms of
You're-
the angel.
Okay.
Fly away.
Okay. Okay, everyone. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Everybody.
Bye.
See you
Ciao.
next
Sayonara.
era.